What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks. I think you're also live on Jester's thing. I guess that's when Jester's on. I don't know, and welcome to the 16th episode of Weekly Promo Class. Damn, we're getting closer to catching up and overtaking the amount of WrestleManias that's happened, or SummerSlams that happened, man. You know what I mean? Like. You know what I mean? We're not far off, man. Halfway through, I guess. Nearly halfway through. You know what I mean? But guys, listen. You guys know exactly what to do. You guys need to subscribe. You need to like. You need to comment your way. Not just on my channel, even on Jester's, because he's decided to record on his so we get more eyes on it. You know what I mean? Go check the socials for the channels. You know what I'm saying? Although Jester, I'm guessing, operates more on Discord than on other socials. I'm guessing. I don't know. And inshallah, you guys are well, wherever you may be. Hey, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's better than, Jester's going to lose his shit now. You know what I mean? But guys, listen, I say we introduce the man himself.
Yeah. Fucking hell,
You're
mate.
Probably happy he was not on Monday Night Raw, were you? Or SmackDown? Actually,
I didn't even, mate, I didn't even realize. No, I think he's still on SmackDown. I think
no. I mean, like this week, like this SmackDown, I don't think he was there. And this
I can't even remember, bro.
Last time I saw him was when he was talking on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, talking to Seth. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, what were you saying, Justin? What are you saying?
What was I saying? I don't know. I've already got Ansar in my chat going on about Trick Williams is better than Bron Breakker. And Bron is the future of the WWE, but the man can't cut a promo and man's only athletic. So I agree. I don't rate Trick though. I thought the Trick promo yesterday on Raw was good, but it was also cringe. Like it was cringe. Like it was good in terms of the burns and the insults, but it was cringe in terms of you calling out a 60-year-old Undertaker, bro. Like, I was very surprised by it, but it's a big shock seeing the TNA title on fucking Monday Night Raw, bro.
That's part.
I've seen it at a pay-per-view is one thing, but seeing it on Raw on an NXT star, like it's crazy, bro.
But you know what it is, right? This partnership is very strong at TNA. And,
they're killing it. They're killing it.
Bro,
TNA's copping it a bit.
It made life easier for AJ Styles as well with that return on that TNA show.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a match out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so where are we going to start today, bro?
But before we begin,
what are we starting with?
I'll tell you. But before I just want to respond to the thing you said about Trick Williams, the way he said it, or what he said about 60. I'm not really shocked he said that, because then again, that's the way a lot of guys of his background speak. That's, you know what I mean? They like to go like that. Listen,
wannabe gangsters.
Maybe it's just me, but I sometimes find that shit funny. That's just me.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. They were good insults.
Like if a certain listen, if you can say it in a certain way, it makes it funny, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know what we
goes.
talk about? Speaking of what you want to talk about, you know where we're going with this, right? When I say what you want to talk about.
No. Who? Depend. Well, who we referencing to?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I feel like Becky. Becky's been doing that. No.
Again, who says what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Cody Rhodes.
Fucking true. Yeah, people are sick of him saying that shit. Yeah.
There you go. And bro, the way he was moving on SmackDown, the cryptic posts.
Oh, the glass, like Ansar called it out straight away, and I said, look, I'll wait till I see it. Everyone's been calling it for a while. I said at the time, I just can't. Like, if we're just about to lose Cena for good, the idea of like turning their greatest face heel, like it doesn't sit well with me at the moment. Like, and I know it's what a lot of people want. And it was the same with Cena for a long time. But like, I believe that Cody is the guy. Like, you know, he's the hero, and Roman's not there. So it can't be Roman. Like, I just feel like, and you've said they've got too many heels. You know, like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Actually, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I'm worried of the cash cow part of it. They throw away, you know, the greatest cash cow they've ever had in Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare hero. I mean, we've wanted to see it, like the Bullet Club version of Cody.
But that's why I'm interested, low key. I'm low key interested.
That's the greatest version of Cody ever. Like the New Japan heel version of Cody Rhodes in the Bullet Club. Like Bullet Club was fine era. Cody Rhodes was on fire. But just it'd be very hard to see Cody being that. It'd have to be a different version of a heel than he's been before, because he's the man now. So like to see him start turning on the fans, or, you know, if even The Rock, like, bro, like even if he aligns with The Rock, it makes no sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he aligns with The Rock, it makes no sense. But the glasses and the watch, and then his actions, and then even I don't know if did you see the Cena stuff post show where they showed him leaving, and he like kind of down and acknowledged the fans, and he looked all miserable, and like even with how they had him come out and be like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. They made him seem like the good guy.
Yeah, they made.
You know what I mean? Like not the good guy. He was whining and complaining, but you could empathize with him. You could sympathize with him. Like, and then, you know, Cody kind of attacks him from behind. Like, so it's just, if it's gonna happen, it's been laid out very quickly, all of a sudden. You know, like, I feel like if they're gonna do it, it's probably a swerve, mostly because of Seth. Bro, I've seen things too. People still think that Seth's going to cash in at SummerSlam after Punk wins.
No. The next time he's coming back is like Royal Rumble or some shit.
If he is, though, it's the greatest work in history.
No, but it's all work.
I know. I don't believe it either. I don't believe it either. And I think that's why. I think that's why Roman's back. I think that's why they're teasing a Cody turn. I think that's why they're fucking firing all emergency cylinders, mate.
I don't think that. No, the reason why I think the Cody turn. Listen, first of all, whether he's heel or babyface, I'm okay with it personally. That's just me.
He's great. Yeah.
Well, no matter what it is, Cody Rhodes can make any fucking thing work, bro. By the way, I think fans are overreactionary when it comes to the fact that he has to be heel, he has to be heel. No, the guy's babyface still does a job, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, for me, it's just the reason why I think he's turning heel. I think because they're trying their level hardest more so to make Cena face than they are to turn Cody heel. And not just that, I also think eventually they're going to try to get to Punk v Cody. Now, they're both baby faces, and I have a feeling that they obviously would need a heel. I have a feeling they're looking at it and they're thinking they can't turn Punk heel because Punk is too loved compared to Cody. And Cody, remember what The Rock said, even though, let's be honest, none of us want to take The Rock seriously after that, what he fucking did. But let's say if what he said was true, the opportunity would be at SummerSlam. So I think those reasons combined is why I think they're going to turn him heel if they were to do so. Say all these things considered. But then you also have to consider the next one of the next conversations we have, Punk v Gunther later on. Like,
the next conversation I'd be having is who becomes the top babyface then.
I think they want that to be Punk if Cody turns heel. That's the thing. No, but I'm telling you what it looks like to me.
I know. I was just
I don't mind if he's someone younger.
Even if he, I don't know. I just I'm a bit over the Punk stuff, to be honest. His matches have been fine, but I don't feel like he needs to be involved in the main event. And I think WWE feel like they have. Like, I feel like now, like, honestly, he's been on the fringe of it for like 3 years now.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind him being main event, but
I'm over the nostalgic merchant shit, bro. Like, he's had some good matches, but we're just replaying the same old hits. Down to exactly what he did with Cena. We're replaying the same old hits, down to what Cena did. The Orton match, the Punk match. Like, we're replaying the same old hits, bro. Like,
no, I understand that, but the reason
why I'm just saying, after years and years of turning Cody into what he is, Punk's not going to be there for years.
Yeah, but while he's there, you can still do something with him.
Yeah, but who
you find that next guy, or like whatever.
Sam Punk's not going to appeal to the kids the way Cody is.
No, I understand. I mean, let's be honest. The way Punk's been moving lately, it's possible, bro.
Good stuff, man.
He's been moving. Like, I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know it's possible. But I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I think Punk's there and over the way he is because of nostalgia. I think because of the older crowd. I don't think the younger crowd.
I don't mind, to be honest, because you know why I don't mind it? Because let's be honest, bro. In the old reign that he had, I'm talking about like early 2010s.
Yeah, it was the youth that wanted him to be up there, and now we're older.
Here's the thing: we all wanted him to be up there. He didn't get that much of a push as he should have. Like, the best thing he got was that 2012 when he was champion for over a year, only to then lose it to The Rock, and then afterwards downhill, right?
Yeah.
And then he a year later dipped, right? And then called out WWE, yada yada, goes AEW. We know what happens, and then he's back, right? Like, all that considered, I'm actually happy he's getting what he was owed 10 years ago. I really am happy with that.
Yeah,
and that's where the whole, like, I'm okay with Punk being one of the big top guys comes from. It's the fact that he's getting what he should have gotten a long time ago.
And he's now guilty of the very things that he was calling out 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's a near 50-something-year-old that's about to get a main event of WrestleMania. He's in the exact same position that The Rock was when he called The Rock and Cena out. The Rock was 40, late 40s, 47, 48, something like that when The Rock did that match. CM Punk is 46. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's
But that's why it's not a good look when
a
you call them out.
hypocrite. He's a hypocrite.
You can call him that. That's no problem.
He
Yeah,
is 100% a hypocrite.
you can call that out, no problem, bro. That's fine.
In the time that Punk's been back there, he hasn't had a feud with anybody that's young, that's not set up. In the entire time he was at AEW, he was feuding young people. Like, I genuinely think, like, it's all right. It's fair enough. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're wheeling him out as a nostalgic act. His matches have been fine. Can he carry a world title reign? I don't think so. I think he'll get hurt straight away. Like, I 100%. If not in the build up to Mania itself, or just after Mania, 100%. Knowing his luck, knowing his history, knowing his body now, he'll get hurt. He can't. I don't think he can do a 40, 50-minute one-on-one match. I think he can only pull them off when they're triple threats or four-ways or a Royal Rumble or something. And he gets a lot of time to lie around on the floor. I just don't. I don't know. I think Cody's done more. And I know people disagree and say otherwise than that because of Punk's return and shit. But they were the same people that were shitting on Punk when he went to AEW, shitting all over him. And now they praise him as the greatest thing ever. Same people that shat all over Cody, and now Cody's the best. Like, I think Cody's genuinely, like, I know what you're saying about Punk in, a decade ago. But in saying that, that's what I'm saying. What he's actually doing now is being guilty of the sins that he accused the others of.
He's doing what he was
10 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, and I know it's regardless, like, he's in that position, but like, he literally hasn't had a feud with a young person yet. Drew McIntyre has been the youngest person to have a feud with.
Like, I know he's a hypocrite. I agree with you 100%. That doesn't change. But don't you think, like, people change, though?
I think they can, yes, 100%. I think as people get older, 100%. Like, you start to
become wise.
You start to lose your streak a little bit. You start to settle down, so to speak. Like, especially he's like a punk rocker, metalhead. Yeah, I do. I know it in myself. I'm still an angry bastard, but I'm nowhere near as crazy as I was 10, 15 years ago. And then even like musical taste, movies, emotional things, you know what I mean? Like, even I don't have kids, but there's certain things as I've got older that, like, you see things and it just draws emotion out of you. But it was stuff that like 10, 15 years ago I would have laughed at or not cared. Like, so I do believe that 100% just from my own life experiences that you can change. And I still like think that even whatever he hypothetically wanted to do or thought he could do in WWE, doing it is a different thing because you've got to get everything okayed. You've got to get everything past, the board and TKO and the writers and all that shit. So, in saying that, like, I feel like they're the ones doing the same old hits. I just feel like this whole thing, bro, ever since even the Seth feud, I just feel like it's just been like, just keep Punk right on the edge of the title picture, but keep him away from it at the same time. You know it's coming. Like, and I think that's why, like, you're saying the obvious and that. But I don't know. I just felt like it's too obvious. He's too old.
Bro.
We'll see. We'll let it play out. Like I've said, I've enjoyed his work, nearly all of it in terms of the matches. But it's, I don't know. I just think him in a one-on-one situation with Cody, they're still going to have a good match, 100%. But I don't know. I just don't know where it's like. This all happened because of Seth. Like, this all happened because of Seth.
You know what I think is happening? Because
Roman's back because of Seth. Cody's going heel because of Seth. It's all because of Seth.
You think it's because of Seth? Cody heel.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because I genuinely think that I think that the SummerSlam thing would have happened. So I don't think Roman would have been back. And if Roman was back, I think it probably would have been. I think it would have probably been a 3-on-3. So probably the Usos, Roman against Bronze and Seth. and then Seth would have cashed in later in the night. They would have won that match against Roman and the Usos, and Seth would have cashed in later that night. I believe that was the plan.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I genuinely think Roman, if Seth was fit, and he didn't injure himself, I think what would have happened is Roman would have returned at SummerSlam. I don't think Seth would have tried
or that, but
Roman
still,
would return at SummerSlam rather than return now, and team would probably.
He was never hanging around for a program though.
Can I bring my 2 cents on this after you?
Go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a 2 cents. He just joined it. So.
Okay, so here's what I honestly think was what I think was gonna happen. Right, I think before this injury, it was more likely we were gonna see a one-on-one between Roman and Seth. That's what I think was gonna happen, right?
Maybe.
But at SummerSlam or further down the line?
At SummerSlam. Okay. And what I think was gonna happen was, I think Roman was gonna get over. He was gonna win the match against Seth. And then we were going to have the Gunther versus CM Punk match, in which Punk would have probably beaten Gunther. Yes, and then Punk would have probably won the championship, and then he would have cashed in later on the night and win the title off of CM Punk. So in a way, that in one night, we could have seen Roman beat Seth for the first time, and then Punk in that same night lose to Seth by cashing in the Money in the Bank. And basically, it would just bring the whole thing back, because if you remember when Seth won the Money in the Bank the first time, he cashed in at WrestleMania. That same night, he had just lost to Randy, and then later on in the main event, he cashed in and won the title of Rock and Roman. You understand what I mean? I think
that would work if it was, but that would work if the Punk match was the following day, because Roman is always gonna main event. That guy's always gonna.
No. But here's the thing.
No, it would have been night 1, night 2, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my point. So that's what I'm saying.
Seth and Roman night 1, Punk and Gunther night 2.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if that was the case, and I agree with that one.
Yeah. But here's the thing. We don't.
I forgot it was 2 nights. Completely forgot about it.
No, but you have to bring that up because that factors into how they plan
I know, but here's the thing, man. Sometimes WWE they set up their own plans as well. If the plan is they want Seth to win the championship at the end of SummerSlam, they're gonna make the match between Roman and Seth night 1. You understand what I mean? In night 1, they're gonna do it. Like, even if you don't think that, they will do it if the plan is Seth is gonna cash in on Gunther. So they're gonna make the Gunther versus Punk match the main event of night 2 for the sole reason of that we wanna make sure to have the ending that we want, which is Seth as the world champion and at the end of night 2. You understand what I mean? So they're gonna do they would have done the main event. So they would have done the main event of the Roman match on night 1, and Roman would win the match. And then everyone would
and then night 2,
And then night 2, when Punk finally wins the world championship after so many years of not being on WWE, he's celebrating, and then Braun Breaker and flipping maybe Bronson Reed take him out, and then Seth cashes in or some crazy shit like that. And he would have won.
I can still see something like that, whether it involves Seth or not, I don't know. But the biggest thing, and this is what I think, what I was going to bring up before Omar come in about why I think this has all happened and why it's because of Seth and why the Cody heel thing, and then Roman, regardless of what match he had, Street Fighter, man. They're both about to do Street Fighter. Cody and Roman. They ain't staying, especially Roman. Roman was already signed. Roman's a part-timer.
Yeah,
Roman was rushed back, in my opinion. I'm just saying, I think that, I don't think pre-Seth injury, I think it was all to build up Seth, and they were going to, probably 100% what Omar just said for the plans for SummerSlam, and I think possibly with what we've seen last week, maybe the Cody heel turn, because both of them were going to be off TV for some time. 2 to 3 months. They are main characters in a fighting, and they'll be doing all their stunts and shit too. So 2 to 3 months minimum. There's no way they're shooting that movie in 90 days. No way. And it's like they've signed everybody, bro. So it's in production. It will be happening before WrestleMania season. You would want, WWE would not allow this to happen if it wasn't going to be wrapped up before WrestleMania season, wrapped up by say Royal Rumble, right? So, like, why would they? Like, I genuinely feel like this Roman stuff filler. Even the match, bro. Even the match that we're getting now, I feel like it's filler. Maybe what they had planned before Seth's injury. Go.
No, just.
Yeah, that was my point. I just think that Roman's not hanging around, and I think that Cody's going. Like, I think that the heel turn might come with Cody, and he goes off TV for a long time because he's going to go make the movie. Also, the heel turn would work because of Hollywood Rock. It just, but I just genuinely think that neither of them were going to be hanging around immediately after SummerSlam. So any plans involving
surely has to win the title of Cena, no?
So can I just say this about Roman's part-time schedule? So the thing with Roman's part-time schedule is it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be on 1 or 2 or 3 matches only, right? If you remember last year when he came back at SummerSlam, he actually was on TV all the way to like WrestleMania.
It's them doing it. It's
he
not
was on TV all the way till Survivor Series.
It's the writing. It's the writing, the booking, and I'm not saying he's a part-timer, but at the moment he's being used as a special attraction.
No, but that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Because here's what I honestly believe, guys. Here's the thing, guys, right? It would not shock me if Seth's injury is not as bad as many people think it is. Do not be shocked, and I'm making this a huge spoiler, guys. Do not be shocked because this Punk versus Gunther thing, I feel like they're putting this there for a reason. You understand what I mean, right?
And Seth's whole fucking thing has been, as long as I exist, CM Punk will not be world champion, and he's held up.
But by the way, that's what I think Punk, and I will talk about. I actually think Punk is winning that title.
But he gets it, and then he costs him.
CM Punk is gonna win the championship at SummerSlam, and Seth is gonna cash in, with shocking everybody because nobody would see him coming. They see how this whole on the past few weeks on Raw has always been Punk. Seth is gonna be out. I mean, they haven't even confirmed to us how long Seth is gonna be out for.
Yeah,
have you guys noticed? They've never told us how long. Everything we've been seeing is on TV is that Paul has been telling
undisclosed.
Just trying to make everybody just forget. Everybody just ignore the fact that Seth is not here.
Yeah, but then why is Becky posting Seth Rollins with the crutches and everything? Do you think that's part of a work as well?
Dude, do not underestimate kayfabe, bro.
Yeah, kayfabe 100%. I agree.
They're gonna make you believe, bro.
The ability,
on social media, they'll do everything to make the fans believe that this guy is out. And then when he cashes in, and we're like, holy fuck, I think this guy was out.
Yeah, I know. That's all. Like I said, I've seen it on the dirt sheets too.
Fair, in this WWE era, I can't underestimate that.
That's what I mean. And Seth's that damn good. Like honestly, you watch the replay of it, bro, and it looks like nothing. It looks like perfect. Good selling.
Jester, this is too perfect when you think about it, right? Because here's the thing. At this SummerSlam,
look, honestly, I hope you're right because I'd love to see him come back, and it's a horrible injury.
I'm not gonna. If that happens, I'll laugh my ass off.
No, I'm not joking. Right? This SummerSlam could probably genuinely cook like crazy, right? Because here's the thing, right? If we get the Cody heel turn, because Cody has been talking about that heel turn, how he said that he wants to go back to being a heel. I feel like they'll probably pull the trigger at SummerSlam. Right, and if he wins the championship of Cena by turning heel, like kind of like how Cena won the championship of him. Because let's be honest, right? We all know how wrestling fans are like, right? So all these wrestling fans have been cheering Cena. They're very fickle. Yeah. So if he wins the championship by scumbag,
you should cheer him if he was to beat Cena doing the exact same thing, but they'll boo him. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. So, and I feel like. Even with Cody, he wants to make that heel turn. He doesn't want to get to that point where, he's going to be a face that is getting booed. You feel me, right? So he wants to be like still loved. So while he's still loved, he just turns heel so that the hatred can be even stronger. You feel me, right? And then in the same night, imagine
like what they did with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, so imagine then the Punk versus, because I feel like the way they've just completely just ignored Seth out of this, right? You've got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker facing Jay
carrying the fucking briefcase, bro.
Bronson
carrying the briefcase. I was like, what's he doing, bro?
Think about this for 1 second, Jester.
Yeah, true.
Right? At SummerSlam, when we have this Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and CM Punk and Jay Uso, because we're going to have the tag team match. Let's be real. We're gonna have
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's also
that
here.
tag team match is gonna be the thing that everyone's gonna put their attention in. Seth is not gonna be nowhere to be seen. You know what's gonna happen to you guys? Just watch. When Punk wins the title, we're just gonna turn out of nowhere, out of camera, out of nowhere. A guy walks in with a hoodie and just curb stomp the shit out of his head, and we're just sitting there like, no. And then he cashes in, and remember, he has not beaten Punk since he's been in the WWE. So this is like the perfect way to beat Punk and just the ultimate middle, because this is gonna continue their rivalry, their hatred, and Roman now can now focus on Seth, because now Seth has the championship and he now knows Seth is back. And now you're just gonna have all these three going at it for the rest of the year. I just feel like it's gonna happen. I just feel like Seth is this WWE is cooking something. They're cooking something.
Something big is coming. Something big is coming. They've had to change it too, though. Like, they may have had plans. Like, and if it's a work, then yeah, he's probably 100% on the money. If it's not a work, they would have had plans very similar.
I don't think it's a work.
It didn't look that bad, bro. It didn't.
Yes.
Didn't look that bad.
I feel
like it looked like good selling.
I feel like, you know what?
And he done the first. Why would he do the second one if he tweaked it on the first one? You know what I mean? Like the way that and wrestlers, you know what I mean? The way they do selling, especially when it comes to a knee, the way they do selling, it's like, you know, the basic move. They land on the foot and then they do like the bend the knee thing, and the knee went out from under him. It's like, no, he just lifted his foot and bent it, you know, but now he's hobbling around. Like, and I don't know, it just happens so quickly. And Seth's such a good actor. But I don't know, like it could be the reality blurring the line.
I would say a lot would be telling in what happens at SummerSlam if he doesn't.
100%. It all comes down to that now. Like, look, if it is that and they pull it off, then kudos to him, because it's possibly one of the greatest works ever. I don't like works involving injuries, especially when you're concerned for someone.
No, but for WWE context, I'm not gonna lie,
that's it. And that's what I mean. And for a knee and Seth, like it's plausible. So yeah, if it's a work and they've worked this, I mean, they made me watch Saturday Night Main Event, and that's the main thing I remember from it. Not Goldberg, is Seth's knee. You know, so
the fact that Omar's club had a fucking tifo for him is a fucking disgrace, by the way.
What now?
Well, Barcelona gave a shirt to Goldberg.
No. In America, Atlanta United, bro, they had like a tifo for him.
Oh, yeah, but it's Atlanta, bro. It's Goldberg. I know,
but like, fuck him, bro.
Yeah, anyway, I know. Like Goldberg gives a shit about football. I know.
That's what
seriously,
I mean,
bro. Stalker. That's for fucking facts.
Goldberg.
That's what Goldberg would be like, bro. I don't fucking watch soccer. Bill Goldberg fucking hates soccer.
Yep.
But anyway,
just going back to this. I feel like Seth unfortunately did have an injury. I just think that it's not as bad. And because they wanted to kind of just take him out of TV so that he can rest his knee, right? And get back fully recovered by the time. I don't even think that by the time he comes to SummerSlam, he'll still be 100%. You know what I think is gonna happen, right? I feel like he's gonna win the championship. He's gonna be like clear to like wrestle, and he's gonna win the championship, but he's not gonna be in any wrestling matches until like maybe September.
Yeah.
Right, the first pay-per-view, and during that time, all he would do is just do promos. I'm telling you, WWE have something.
Yeah, I feel like as it is, even
he did that a year ago. By the way, heading to Mania 40, he did that,
and he could have even the promos. He could have been doing that already. Like, even honestly, that it was very jarring. Not yesterday, last week, to have Raw open the way it did last week with them coming out. It was like the instant pivot, bro. And to have Heyman being like, Braun Breaker is the future. It was like, whoa. It was like all of a sudden, these were Seth's bitches. And, you know, it was all about this group and the future. And they were building these stars in this hierarchy. And now, and they've been like, you know, Seth Rollins is the man. And then, boom, Seth's hurt. And Heyman's like, so that jarred me. But then it made the Roman segment good yesterday. Because everything Roman said, where he was like,
But Justin, one thing, all of these things that you're seeing here, one thing they always like to do with Seth character, they make Seth character more of an architect. So he's a guy who's forward thinking. He plans
Yeah,
everything.
he's the puppet master
So
in the
that's
background.
what I'm saying, right? This whole thing, it could all just be a part of like the master plan between
But I mean,
between Paul.
they've threaded the narrative with Braun turning on him already ages ago,
No,
though. Like
no, no, no,
just
no,
as
no.
they started.
And listen, all of that could be for another reason. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, like
right?
fucking a year away,
I'm just
hopefully.
saying. I feel like right now, when you look at what's happening right now, right, with the injury to Seth, with the way Paul for the past few weeks has been coming out, putting the attention on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and doing the whole thing with Roman and all of this tag team, they're basically doing this thing where they're like getting the attention away from Seth. You understand what I mean, right? Because they're just trying to convince everyone, right?
Yeah, but
He's
that's why I feel
injured.
like it's dumb
He's-
having Bronson
that's-
carry the fucking case around, bro.
No, but see, that's all a part of the plan. Because you know what it is? They want to remind you that the birth case is still here.
Yeah,
That's
I
what they're
know.
telling
And
you,
as they
right?
said full well night one, they were like, he has till June.
See, that's the thing. Everything that the WWE did the past few weeks, everything they've been doing, Paul and all these people, it's all it seems like it sounds like a Seth Rollins plan. Do you understand what I mean, right? Where he's like,
Yeah.
hold on to the briefcase, get the attention off me. Let people think that I'm gonna be out for a long time, that they won't see me for a long time. Make it about the group. Make it about Bronson Reed. Make it about Braun Breaker. Because the moment they get their eyes off me, the moment that they don't notice me, the moment that they've forgotten that I'm out, when they think that I'm gone, that they won't see me for a long time, I'll pop out of nowhere. That's the thing. That's why I feel like with Punk, when you look at Punk following Gunther, in his mind, Seth is not here. Because remember, after Gunther, after the whole thing with like how he cost him the week before, right? He was clearly, you could see Punk was clearly like intense. You understand what I mean, right? He wanted to get his hand on Seth. But now that Seth is out, he's was on Gunther. So now he's taking his eyes off Seth now. He's not thinking about Seth's return. He's not thinking about any of that, which just makes it great. Because when he cashes in and once again takes away his dream, just like he did at the Night of Champions, the Night of Champions match, right? Once again, bro, it's just going to continue that deep-seated hatred, man. It's gonna be like, bro, yeah, you won the championship, but I told you that as long as I'm here, you will never be world champion.
You won't have it.
And I'm here, and you are not world champion because of me. It just sounds too
I don't know.
good.
I don't know. We'll see. We got to get to there and see.
And just to think about this, right? Who is the perfect guy for Seth to cash in the Money in the Bank against?
Obviously, well, I mean, with the champions right now, no one. It has to be on someone else. Like,
but would it in the whole locker room?
A Roman or a Punk. A Roman, a Punk, or a Cody, probably. Roman, Punk, or Cody.
I feel like Punk would be perfect.
Of course, Punk. But I mean, even Cody, though, it goes back to like this all started with Cody. Cody was the first one back, Seth's little WrestleMania thing. It all started with him. Then the next year it was CM Punk, and they were both coming. They were both former WWE guys coming back from AEW, like it added to Seth's character. And then before all of that is Roman with Seth. That goes back forever. So I just genuinely feel like the story, I understand what you're saying. Right now it's Punk, 100%. Seth Rollins says that his whole existence is to stop CM Punk being world champion. So, but in saying that, his whole existence, even before Cody and Punk, was to fucking try and drive Roman Reigns up a wall.
But guess what?
Because he felt he owed him one, like.
Right now. But see, this is
I know. Right now it's Punk. 100% right now it's Punk.
So the thing with Roman is,
But I'm saying I think there's a decade worth of storytelling with all three guys.
No. Trust me, bro. Don't get it twisted. Even after, let's say, hypothetically, I'm right, and then he turns to SummerSlam and cashes in on Punk. Do not get it twisted. Roman is not going anywhere for the next few months. I think he's here, and he's gonna be here to be that monkey wrench between Punk and Seth, because Punk is gonna be following Seth.
Now he just wants Seth Rollins. He just wants Seth Rollins. If Punk loses if he wins the title and it's cost to him by Seth,
guess what? Punk is gonna go insane, bro. He's gonna go nuts. And you know what's gonna be crazy? Because he's gonna go nuts. Roman is gonna also want get his hands on Seth, and that is just going to just create all kinds of like escalation because Punk is just gonna want to take Roman out of the picture. It's gonna be like, bro, as you are in my way, and I'm gonna take you out. You feel me, right? And you know what Punk is like? Punk wants to create chaos. That's the thing with Punk. One thing you love about, do you remember like when he was like in the Authority and he used to just piss off everybody and just create chaos? That's the same thing that's gonna happen here. He's gonna create all the chaos, and he's gonna have Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker do his dirty work. He's not gonna be in any matches. He's just gonna be doing promos. He's probably just gonna sit home, right, on the Titletron, just trolling these two, man. Absolutely pissing them off. You understand what I mean?
Oh
And also,
yeah, by the time
here's
Seth
another-
is
and here's
back,
the
they're
thing-
gonna
and
want
here's-
to. Oh yeah,
And here's
yeah.
the thing. And here's the thing. You gotta also understand this, Chester. I hear your Cody point, right? But you know what the thing about Cody is? I feel like Cody, they've got right now. You can see WWE have plans for him as well. That has nothing to do with Seth. You understand what I mean? So that's why the whole Cody thing doesn't really.
By the way, I think we're forgetting something about Cody Rhodes. There's a specific Viper that may
exactly
have something to do with Cody, by the way, if he was to turn, because he would have not have expected Cody to do it, even though he kind of gets why he's doing it, because obviously he is the Viper. You know, imagine what type of story they could tell. Keep that in mind, bro. Man, keep them. And by the way, it would piss off Randy even more.
I was just going to say,
because Randy lost that King of the Ring in front of my very own eyes. So
I think WrestleMania next year main event is Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
You know what? I think so too.
For one of the nights, yeah. For one of the nights, yeah.
No, for night two. For night two. I think it's the main event of WrestleMania.
I can see Roman winning.
It's the main event that we haven't got.
That's
so I think the title goes to Seth. I think even this Punk and stuff, like, yeah, that can play along the line. I think Cody and Roman go away for a little while. Roman comes back. I think the Cody and Randy Orton thing would 100% be on too if Cody did sell his soul. We'd probably get that at Rumble and then lead into something at Mania. But I genuinely think, just even with what was just said before, I still don't think Roman's hanging around. If it is a work and Seth's worked us, the title stays on him till Mania. Roman wins the Royal Rumble, and we get the one-on-one match that we have been denied for nearly a fucking decade. Like, it's been nearly a decade. Like, it goes back to whatever Royal Rumble it was. It was like 6 or 7 years ago when they had the one-on-one match. It was very, very, very early in Roman's reign.
Yeah,
and that
was like his first year.
It was the only match that Roman lost. It was the only match in the whole reign that Roman lost. And he lost it because he lost his fucking shit.
Because Seth got into his head wearing the shield.
Bro, and it was the best thing ever. And everything that's happened with Seth's character since that moment, and everything that's happened with Roman's character since that moment, have been because of that. And they've wanted to kill each other. They've tried to kill each other the whole time. They haven't had their match. They've cost each other so much. This seems like the obvious. And it's Seth gets his main event that he's long been denied. His true main event.
One-on-one main event.
Seth and Roman, mate. The brothers. Like, it would mean probably as much to Roman as it would to Seth because of who he's getting to do it with. It's not some pet project of Vince McMahon. It's not some bullshit fucking main event with The Rock or Brock Lesnar or Goldberg or whatever. This is the two dudes that have had each other's back from day one. And this story has been there since the Shield. And it's just been floating around. Like, they haven't pulled the pin on it. How have they managed to keep those two dudes in the same company and have them having the interactions that they are, but they haven't had a one-on-one match in that whole fucking time? It needs to happen.
That's actually
with your booking. You said before with SummerSlam and then leading up to Mania, I would be okay with that if that's where it ends.
That's what I was.
If that's where it ends, and Cody and Orton would be sick.
Okay, so what I was gonna say, and just add to your point, is just that I think when you look at the whole Roman and Seth thing, I think that obviously the plan was probably for them to face each other at SummerSlam. And because of like, I guess they decided that, you know what, this is a WrestleMania main event caliber match. And maybe because also Seth wasn't 100%. So they were like, okay, well, you know, let's just put that for now. And also there's a story to be told, like I mentioned with the Punk thing, right? Because I feel like when you have these things happen, right, where there's a rivalry between two people and one person keeps winning, eventually we're gonna have the other person win eventually. That's gonna be like the final like match,
Yeah.
right? So when you look at
Like
Seth,
like Rock and
so,
Austin.
so yeah, like Seth has won. I mean, to be fair, Seth has beaten Punk in the steel cage, but let's be honest, right? That was because of Roman, right? So the one-on-one match we've seen between Seth and Punk won the match, right? So we know in the eyes of many, Punk won the rivalries when they actually had a one-on-one, no interference, right? I feel like when you have the CM Punk Seth Rollins thing, right? I think what we're gonna see potentially is that when Seth cashes in the Money in the Bank and wins the championship from Punk, that's gonna set up a rivalry between the three of them. However, at some point, Roman's gonna be out of the picture. Whether if that is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed taking him out, right, where he's gonna be maybe out for like a month or two, and then it's just gonna be Punk and Seth finishing their rivalry around the end of the year. You understand what I mean, right? And then I
Yeah.
guess after Seth like beats him on like that last match before the end of the year, then it's Royal Rumble time to focus on the Royal Rumble. You're gonna have Punk wanting to win the Royal Rumble because he wants to face Seth again, and then Roman is gonna be in the Royal Rumble, and he's probably gonna win the Royal Rumble and then challenge Seth for the main event of WrestleMania, like you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. I think they're not going to do the Roman Seth match yet. I think these guys now they're going to be trying to delay this match and do so many other stuff to make sure. Like you know how what they've been doing the past 10 years, right? How they've been, you're like we're just sitting there wondering when we're going to have this match. Even though there's sometimes they've been in the same brands, we've never really seen them interact. It's like, bro, why do these two not interact? They're
Yeah.
both main event level, but I feel like they will do something similar now where they're going to try something to make sure these two don't interact that much. So obviously they're not gonna make Punk Roman ignore Seth, but they're gonna take Roman out of the picture by basically making Braun Breaker. Let's say they're gonna start like a mini rivalry between Roman and Braun Breaker, where Braun because
They're doing that.
you know what I mean, right? They could do something like that where Braun, because you see how Braun Breaker recently has been doing with Roman. I feel like they could be continuing that where they could have a one-on-one match between Roman and Punk, where the winner would face Steph for the championship, and I can see Braun Breaker
They need to have
Roman.
a dog kennel match.
That's what. Hey, listen. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
could you imagine?
Imagine, right? Imagine Roman loses the match against Punk because Braun Breaker costs him that. So now you can now start
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rivalry between
Yeah, it's an
Roman
instant feud. It's an instant
and
feud.
you know what's funny about that?
Spear versus
And you know what?
spear.
Yeah, and you know what the beauty about that rivalry is? It doesn't even have to be one match. They could do like a rivalry of like two
Yeah,
or three
yeah,
main events
yeah.
because Braun Breaker is that
And
good, bro.
that's the feud that would turn Braun into a main eventer, into a genuine
I
main
mean,
By the
eventer.
way,
bro,
whenever that happens, Braun has to win. I don't give a fuck.
no, Braun will win one of them. If they have like let's say they have three matches, it wouldn't shock me, Jester, if in the
2-1.
first match I can
Oi,
see
Yeah,
I can
Braun.
see the
holy
first match. I can see the
smokes.
first match. Guys, I'm not joking. I can genuinely see their first match, Braun Breaker beating Roman. Because if
Yo,
that happens,
yo, yo.
big up to
One
Hassan.
second.
Big up
Yeah,
Hassan.
1 second. Yo, حسام rated. Massive big ups. والله العظيم ما تقصر حبيب قلبي. والله العظيم.
That is
الله يطول عمرك. Hey guys, listen. Raiders,
Where's it going?
you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, like, comment your way. Go also to Jester's channel. He's streaming on his as well. Note this is Jester. It's tagged on the title. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe there, like there, and inshallah you're well wherever you are, man. Tell
I'm
me
going to
something
pivot.
funny, by the way.
I'm going to
Tell me
pivot
something.
because Ansar's brought it up, and we were talking about it the other day on one of my streams.
Yep.
What is it? Unreal? Yeah, Netflix. Is that what they're calling it?
Wait,
The
oh yeah,
series
is there
that's coming.
something? I think
Is that what
there's
it
some
is?
show
Unreal?
on Netflix. There's some show on Netflix.
Yeah, unreal. Okay. So he wants to talk about that because I was talking about it the other day, just kayfabe, etc. You know, Omar brought up kayfabe before. What do we think of that? Do we think my general? I've got a lot of thoughts on it, but do we think that show is going to be like the Drive to Survive for wrestling?
What's
No, they're doing a show on Netflix. WWE Unreal. It starts this weekend.
Yeah, Unreal. It's basically they're gonna show what
it's a fly on the wall
behind the
reality.
scenes,
It is the most behind the scenes. Like we've had behind the scenes. We've seen wrestlers talking after matches and before matches, and but this is like writers' meetings, booker meetings, feud building. Like this is them in front of the whiteboard with the fucking WrestleMania plan 8 months out. It's throws kayfabe out the fucking door. Like, so I brought it up in terms of a couple of things. One, it could be like F1 and Drive to Survive, where it's that type of reality show and it draws in more mainstream fan, right? But then being wrestling is wrestling. The people that don't like wrestling automatically, it's fair. Like, it's just going to add, like, it's because it's about to be seen by so many more people. Like, it's like, you remember those magician specials exposing the magic? You remember the guy who wore the mask? He'd do the magician. He would like, they were specials, and he would reveal, you know, how the people did the, like where they saw him in half in the box and shit like that. And all the other magicians are like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, and it was this big controversy at the time, but he was showing how the magic was done. That's essentially what they're going to be doing here. And that can be both a good and a bad thing for the long-term success of WWE. For guys like us, for marks, we're going to love it. Like, it's the most access you've ever got. The kayfabe was ruined for us. The shine was gone a long time ago, you know. Like, we still can make believe in kayfabe, you know, joke along, go with the character, watch the episode, enjoy the ride and shit. But we, of all people, know kayfabe. So it's not going to affect us. But this is like, it's going to bring in, it's just the Netflix factor, the reality show factor. It's going to bring in so many eyes, both good and bad, I think. Like, I'm worried about it's going to have a whole army of people that are just going to be like, this is what I said, wrestling
now it's confirmed.
I want to get answer. I wanted to hear it too. Like, we we're talking about it the other day. And, you know, kayfabe is dead. We all agreed on that. But I think it's going to be an awesome show for us. But I think it's going to bring in a lot of, like, I think it's going to bring in a lot of Mum Spaghetti fans.
That's
what I'll say.
You know
what I mean?
So basically, they're going to bring a lot of geeks.
Wait a second. So
go, Omar, go.
This is what you need to understand, man. At the end of the day, some of these people that don't
it's
like
about
wrestling,
money.
No, when it comes to WWE, when it comes to these people that don't like wrestling, they don't need ammunition. They already believe this shit.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So there's nothing you can really do. This show is not going to change anything. Like, if you think someone who likes wrestling is going to walk up to me and say, "Oh my, you see why I do it?" Bro, I don't care. You didn't like wrestling before, bro. So why the hell are you showing me this? Like, all of a sudden, this is going to change my mind, bro. Like, you never like wrestling.
But essentially, that's my I'm like, part of me's like, I know it's made for us, but it's going to attract a type of mutant.
You know what I think? You know what I think it is for me, guys. You know what I think it is for me.
Hold on. Let me.
You're not done.
So here's what I like about this show, this Unreal show, right? When it comes down to it, what the show is gonna do is, the show is for the wrestling fans, for people like us, to basically show us how some of these rivalries are built up. You understand what I mean, right? How they choreograph these stuff, how they create these stuff, right? Yeah. What we see on TV, how much time they put in. Because here's the thing, like, even though we know that this is all kayfabe and none of this is real, and a lot of this stuff that we're seeing, you know, is not real, we know that these people are incredible actors, and also they are athletes. Let's be honest, right? Yes, it's predetermined, right? The winners, the losers, yes, those are all predetermined. We know that as fans. right? However, this is what is important here. When you look at the other side of it, right? A lot of these wrestlers, they are actual like they're incredible, right? In the way they
Yeah,
make it
it's
look.
an
They make it look
athletic
so
live
simple.
performance, man. Like,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
Don't
saying,
forget
right?
that, bro.
And this
Bro,
is
when they
thing,
say they put their
and this is
bodies on the
thing,
line, they actually do.
and
Yeah.
this, that's what I'm saying. And this is the thing. People, this is why I don't respect people that call it
I
fake.
wonder if
Because
it's going to
yes,
have any of that access. Like, it's going to show any
thi-
of them going through injuries and getting checked by medical and shit afterwards. Because there has,
I mean,
like,
listen,
Zoe
don't get
Bro,
me
they
Stark
wrong.
or
train to
Dakota
take bumps
Kai's
for
or
a reason, bro, because
See,
shit
this is
ain't
what I
safe.
mean.
Like,
See, this is what I mean. This show, I feel like, is going to show us all of that. It's going to show us the
yeah,
part of
it's
the wrestling, the
going to be a
wrestling
lot.
matches that is not actually scripted. The part where people actually get hurt,
Yeah,
and
where,
these guys are
yeah.
actually like genuinely hurt. They're out.
Well,
Right?
even the
They've
scripted
got,
side of it, bro, they've got a general outline from the writers, but the wrestlers are the guy. Like, they get an outline and told how many minutes they've got. The
by the way,
wrestlers get
why-
CM
together
Punk,
and
I
put,
don't know
this
if
is
you
what-
read,
this
by the
is-
way, speaking of that, Jester, quickly, speaking of that, Jester, did you hear what Punk said?
about what minutes or
So apparently
what?
there's like this unwritten rule that if it's good enough, you're able to exceed the time limit. But if
Nah,
it's utter shit, now you're getting penalized for it. Apparently that's what Punk said.
I said Punk
I
would
mean-
think that because he'd think that everything he says is fucking brilliant and therefore he can exceed time limits, bro. He would think that.
Here's
Nah,
the thing.
wrestling
just
runs
say-
to a fucking second
Listen,
monument.
But I'm saying I think that
hold
applies
on,
for CM Punk, though. I think that applies for
Yeah.
CM Punk.
Yeah,
I want
For
to
him,
finish this
in his
topic
own head.
because this is gonna go everywhere. So
so
just what I
yeah,
was
go
trying
back to Unreal. Sorry.
So what I was just trying to say is, this show is for the wrestling fans. I feel
Yeah.
like this show is for people like us who actually appreciate wrestlers. Because here's the thing, man.
So it's
I don't-
TKO and Netflix actually
I
making
don't-
something for the fans, not trying to bring.
No.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
listen, they're gonna bring the revenue.
Not
but
trying to bring
obviously this is
revenue,
one of those
maybe.
This is things that as wrestling fans we're gonna watch. We're gonna want to see.
Yeah, because
That's why
that's
they're
what I mean.
doing it,
I feel
right?
like it's going to be one of the most watched things because it's
And that is
like,
what I
especially
mean.
the season that it's covering. Like from what they've shown us, we're like, oh my god! Like, you know, they're showing you the behind the scenes thing of all
No.
the Rock coming back and all that
So-
shit.
no,
Like,
I'm actually have to go watch it
this
on
is
purpose,
so
you
this
know.
is what I mean, right? So when all of these stuff that they're doing, and here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, like I mentioned, I don't care about these people that don't like wrestling. Because here's the thing, right? I've watched wrestling in my lifetime, and I know that this shit is predetermined. I know it is.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. I've seen wrestling matches where I've seen people like literally get hurt. Like I've seen people,
Yeah.
like we've seen people who've actually like taken, like we've seen people who've done like wrestling moves where they've actually died on the ring. We've seen people
Yeah.
who've gotten paralyzed in the ring. We've seen people. I've seen injuries like when Sid broke
and
his
then even
leg
just
on
simple
live TV.
stuff, like
stuff.
coming off the top rope and your fucking
like-
leg snaps.
Like,
Bro,
leg
look at the
snaps.
Sid
Morgan
Vicious,
with
bro.
Kyrie saying
Like,
the
look-
other week.
Like look at KO. Like KO is potentially
Yeah.
could never wrestle. Adam Cole could potentially be retiring from wrestling.
Bro, did you
Because-
see? I've found the move. Did you see what the move was?
Which move?
That's done it. Here it was a
What's
match.
KO?
So why Adam Cole's retired?
Oh no, I haven't seen it. No, I'm not gonna bullshit you. No,
It was a
I
lariat.
haven't.
It was a clothesline. A
Flip
simple
clothesline.
fucking
A simple. This is
lariat
the thing. And people
from
and this is the thing,
Kyle
Jester.
Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's big,
And-
strong boy, but it was a simple lariat, bro. Just a clothesline.
And Jester, this is the
Damn.
thing, right? They see the wrestling. People who hate wrestling see these things like, he's just throwing them to the.
Yeah, I know.
take
When
a-
I see people take a clothes and they're like, yeah, I could take that. I'm like,
I'm like, bro, okay, how about you take a fucking clothesline then, bro?
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks,
How about
bro.
you take you think it's that
I wouldn't
simple, right?
even, honestly,
No,
I wouldn't
I
even
wouldn't-
want to take a clothesline from the girls. I wouldn't even want to take a clothesline from the girls, bro.
Dude,
bro,
dude,
straight up.
dude.
bro.
Dude,
Taking
imagine-
a clothesline from any individual, yeah,
That's trained how to do it. They take your
That
fucking
is
head off.
built, bro.
Yeah.
That bicep going into your bloody chest, like that, bro. You're finished.
Yeah, I know. It's like elbows.
Sometimes- And imagine like you're running at full speed. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
imagine a
I
guy
know,
like
they-
Braun Breaker,
Don't
right?
forget full speed.
Like,
Like when
imagine
they do the
Like look at
when
what
they
Braun
do the
Breaker-
fucking inside out one, bro. When you know,
Look
like
at-
JBL, when he hits them and they turn themselves inside out, bro.
Bro,
Like,
bro, look at the Braun Breaker spear, bro. I don't
yeah,
care.
I know.
People-
He's gonna hurt. He's gonna hurt himself soon. He's gonna hurt himself soon. He's gonna
No, but
spike
forget
himself on his fucking head
Hurt
very
himself,
soon.
bro. this brother, do you see the way he flies whenever he's
I know the
spearing?
way his body.
He's putting his whole weight on you, bro.
He like
Yeah,
corkscrews it into the ground, man. Like,
but you know what? But you know what it is, bro? Because these wrestlers get back up after they get speared off their shoes. They think,
yeah,
this
people
is not
think that
bro,
they can
get
take
a
it.
fucking spear. How about that? Like, do you remember when Speed got speared? Yo, I know that
Yeah,
shit hurt.
he was fucked up. He was
but
fucked up.
but by the way, that alone
That's
should
the-
already prove like how, like, to some degree real it is. Like, what?
Bro,
That's
do
the
you remember when
nastiest spear in the world too, ever.
Just the Logan Paul
Oh,
versus
Braun
Roman
Breaker
Reigns.
didn't give a
Hold on.
fuck. You should have seen that
Logan
interview
Paul
with
versus Roman Reigns. Do you remember when
Yeah.
Logan Paul went through the top rope with his like camera, and he flew
Yeah.
and he fell on Roman and he
Oh
messed up his
yeah,
head.
oh yeah,
perfect.
that was
He
there.
messed
Amar, I was there in person when he did that shit. That was crazy.
He
bro.
messed up
Yeah, the
his
camera.
leg.
I don't even know. He must have practiced that a fair bit because the camera work. How the hell do you do a move like that off the ropes while still
he practiced
like
it. He
keeping your
practiced
phone in a position that it's perfectly fucking capturing you doing it? Like he must have practiced that 100 times, bro. Because it looked
he practiced it,
like it
100%.
looked incredible, like on the footage of it. And he's done it a few times since. Like he knows, like and now he's got his drone thing. Like,
But see,
it did look cool.
See, this is the thing, Jester. My point is this, right? People that don't like wrestling, I don't even care about them. Because here's the thing, man.
Yeah, I agree.
These people,
I agree.
They're
haters.
I'm like, bro, here's the problem, right? You look at wrestling and you think, MMA this, because why? Because we don't know what is gonna happen. Yes, we don't know who's gonna win. And it's always like that is the thrill of it. When I'm watching UFC, I love UFC. I watch a lot of UFC. You feel me, right? I like the fact there's no physical, I like boxing.
Loved it back in the day. I think I think, and this, I've criticized this heavily. UFC in the last 10, 15, 20 years is a one make sport. You barely get anybody now that is a unique fighter in the UFC. Everybody has to train the same way. They have to know the same things. Everything is basically, it's only striking if the opponent will allow it to strike. And only about 1/4 of the dudes in UFC will stand up and strike each other until they fall.
But they do takedowns.
I genuinely, I just think, I'm not hating on it. There's still a lot of skill in the combat of it. But I think that the beauty, like you go back to those first few years of UFC, even up to the 2000s, there were unique fighters. Everybody in the UFC now, with the exception of whatever tattoos and weird fucking hairdo they have, they all fight exactly the fucking same. It's boring.
Listen,
it's boring. UFC has lost its personality.
By the way, Justin, go ahead quickly.
They got more skills than they did 20 years ago, but it's boring.
I want to respond to Justin on that
sorry.
quickly. I know this is a WWE show, but one thing I'll say, and this is why I always give respect to UFC, because let's be honest, I know we're talking about WWE being realistic to some degree here, but bro, UFC is literally real, bro. Like these guys.
I grew up with UFC 1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen the original UFCs? Have you ever seen the original
I've heard
UFCs?
of it. I'm not gonna say I've seen, but I've heard of
it.
Yeah. My
like a guy my size fighting like a sumo, bro. They used to have like boxers fighting kickboxers. They used to have Brazilian mat wrestlers fighting wrestlers. Like, whereas now everybody in UFC, you just basic strikes, ground and pound, mat game. That's it. Mat game. Submission.
Hold on. Just
anyways, I don't want to go into UFC
because let Omar have a quick piece and then
So here's the thing when it comes to the UFC. One thing I like about UFC and boxing is, at the end of the day, yes, it's not predetermined, so we don't know who's gonna win on this. But here's the thing. I don't care about. I don't care. Hold on. I don't want to make this about boxing. I don't want to go into boxing.
But I'm just telling you.
No, bro. At the end of the day, that's your opinion. I'm not even trying to make this about boxing. I'm just saying, when it comes to wrestling, which is what we're talking about, when it comes to wrestling, people can say whatever they want. Like people that are not wrestlers, that have never been in the ring, have no right to be sitting there talking about what is real and what is fake. The reason why I don't talk about the legitimacy of it is because I've watched wrestling matches. I've seen people get injured. Bro,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna
Bro,
sit
honestly,
here. Hold on. I'm
on
not gonna
this,
sit here.
even
This is the thing, Jester. Here's the thing, bro. I'm not gonna sit here. See Brock Lesnar literally throw somebody literally on top of like a stage, fall flat to the ground, right?
yeah,
On the
and
floor,
think that
bro.
you can do
And
that.
I think this shit is fake. Like, bro, you just saw this guy land on the fucking ground and you say this is fake. All right, cool, man. Cool, man. Whatever. This is what I mean.
No, I hear it 100%. But you know
No,
what,
it's the
guys?
same
I
way.
say
The same way people like say people that don't give a shit, like football, right? Soccer, football. There are mostly, and it's a big thing in Australia and it's a big thing in America. They call them soft, right? Like divers, actors. You know, they're more Academy Award winners than they are athletes because of the diving, right? There are so many people that rag on football and footballers, and they don't know anything about it.
Yep.
Right?
Facts.
They're like, oh, there's no skill, there's no contact. Like thinking that soccer is a no contact sport. It is not. Like it is a contact sport.
Yeah, it's a contact sport in so
Yeah,
many
look,
levels.
go tell Musiala it's not a contact sport. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
But there are people that will.
His back,
Like,
and I
because I
want to
grew up
know
in
about
Australia,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Our football is played with no gear, like we run at each other fucking 60 kilometer
Bro,
an hour.
that's what I was gonna say, right? So from your side of the world and from my side of the world, because you're from Australia, I'm American. When these people look at our sport,
I know Americans are the same with their football, and they wear fucking padding.
Yeah, and I'm
sake.
aware as well.
Because you know why? Because
Yeah.
you guys have rugby, which is like a contact sport, and we have NFL.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we only see
In NFL they wear padding. In rugby they don't.
No, but
Yeah,
it
by the way,
doesn't matter.
rugby
They
is
still
more
wear
aggressive
both
than
of them.
NFL,
Hold on,
by the way.
hold on,
Agree
wait a
with
minute.
Jester.
But here's the thing, right? You can say one is more like one of them wears more protective gear than the other. Both of them wear protective gears in their own way, right? But here's the thing. The
No,
important thing is
they don't.
it's a contact.
Rugby and
Hold
AFL
on.
they don't wear protective gear, bro. They don't.
So wait,
No. NFL wear protective gear.
No,
NFL wear
none.
protective
Australia
gear.
and NRL rugby different, and rugby
Yeah,
they
but
don't.
NFL,
They don't
NFL wear.
The only
Okay.
people who wear gear are people who have been concussed, and they come back on with a fucking head, fucking
Okay.
you know,
Again,
looking like
you're
Josh
talking about
Alexander.
Rugby. We're talking NFL.
No,
NFL wear.
no.
NFL, bro, is they wear more gear than fucking ice hockey.
Yeah, I agree.
So wait, guys.
But I'm
Let's
saying
say
though that those people who love
No,
NFL will say that American sport, that sport is tougher than soccer.
But see, this is the
And
point.
it's the same in
That's what I was
Australia.
trying to- But see, this is the point here, right? You got to understand, because over here and over in your nation, right, contact sport is the whole norm, right?
Yeah.
Literally ramming the shit out of the next person next
Yeah.
to you. That's how they
brain dead, meathead,
right?
fucking
Exactly, right? Just coming at each other like boom, bam, like kicking
I
each other
agree.
out.
Yep.
Like this is the
100%.
thing, right? So when you look at a sport like football, where people are given space to play and be creative on a football,
Yeah.
they look at it like, the fuck is this? Why is nobody
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to kick? And this is why when you're watching football and you see someone like Ramos or like a Pepe, like literally clapping the shit out of somebody, everyone's like,
Oh
"Let
yeah,
him
they're a bunch of
go!"
mad.
Yeah,
And then when
yeah.
and then when that player gets sent
Fucking
off,
Abramovich.
they're like, oh, he got sent off. What? He's not in the game. What's going on?
Yeah.
You know how, this is the problem.
But that's what I'm saying too. Like, I get it. I guess the way people are with wrestling, I know, because I know people that are like that with football. Straight up. Like, I know people that are like that, you know, like even over here, bro, they won't call it football. The Wogs will, the immigrants will, but the Aussies, it's soccer. You know what I mean? And like, I know what they're like, bro.
I will never call, I'm not gonna lie, I can never. Like, here's the thing, I'm American. I refuse to call it soccer. I mean, I call it soccer sometimes when I'm around other Americans, because
I catch myself out. Like, I grew up growing up, it was soccer.
Sometimes I do, but really, most of the time, I just call it. I don't care, because here's the
even
reason
bro,
why.
even MLS. Like when you hear,
it's a
you're like, Major League Soccer. Oh,
look. I will never. I've said it before. I'm American. I'm an American, but I refuse to call it soccer, because I'm like, brother. You know what?
Yeah.
You know why I
It's
don't call it?
culture,
I
bro.
refuse to. Because you know why I don't call it? It's not just because of that. You know want to know why? It's because I sit there and I watch as a kid.
Bro, American football, they don't touch the fucking ball with their foot.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So
I'm sitting around
game, bro.
as a young child, right? As a young child, Jester, I'm watching football, and I'm seeing these guys playing the ball on their foot, Nobody is holding the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, I know what you
apart
mean.
from the
Yeah, you
goalkeeper.
fucking touch with your hands. You're
literally
fucking
saying
a
this.
walk son.
Everybody in the world is calling it football, but
Yeah,
my
I know.
own
I
country
agree. I
refuses
agree.
to
And
call
bro,
it soccer.
even
And then,
all right.
hold on, Jester. And then I'm watching NFL. They're calling it football, and I'm seeing
They're
somebody
throwing
holding
it.
the ball
They're
and running
throwing
with
it.
it. I'm like, bro, stop insulting my intelligence, bro.
Bro, what about rugby? Rugby, they just throw it
Hey guys,
backwards.
I know. Hey guys, this is American football, guys. American football.
That's a
Just
volleyball.
throw like that. You know what I mean?
Isn't that a volleyball?
Yeah, it's a volleyball. Yeah, I borrowed off my brother because I was at the pool. Bro, listen. Pretend it's American football. Yeah, this is what they do with the football.
No,
They
you
don't
just
use
hold
their
on. You just
feet.
hold on. Yeah, just throw the ball and just hold on to
Boom.
it.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. Hey, over there. Hey.
I love my football.
That's American
God damn,
football.
you see how hard I threw that football with my foot? I threw it so hard with my foot.
Bro,
It's
so
hard,
That's why we
man.
call it football.
Justin, do you know the only time they choose to kick the ball is when a touchdown is hit and they
Yeah,
have to kick
kickoff.
a
A
field goal
kickoff
shot?
and a punt.
A field
A
goal.
kickoff and a punt.
Yeah,
I know
but
NFL, bro. I know NFL inside out.
Actually, no.
Even
in their kickoffs, by the way, they're all approaching the ball. Like they're all approaching the ball.
Yeah, but in the NFL, you've got minimum. You'll have minimum of two. Start of each half, they'll do a kickoff, same as football, and then after each touchdown, they do they kick it back to the opposing team. Now rugby is exactly the same, but even in rugby, they kick the ball less than they do in football, like American football. And all the English, like English that hate soccer, they call rugby football. Europeans call rugby football, and they don't kick the fucking ball, bro. They don't kick the ball. You kick the ball, it's a knock on. The ball goes to the opponent.
Can I say something quickly, right? Here's the thing.
Go for it, mate.
One thing I love about at least Australia, they actually don't call it football, they call it rugby. So respectfully, I respect them for calling it rugby.
We call our football, but we call it Australian rules.
Well,
it's literally the league is called Australian Football League, but Aussies, in terms of our game, it's called Aussie rules. Footy, Aussie rules. It's Aussie footy. And it was actually created by the Aboriginals too, the indigenous people over here. They created the game.
No, so yeah, I mean, listen, we can talk about the history of this on another day.
Yeah, we can talk about that another.
This is what is important about sports, right? Here in America, especially, right? Do you see Zer, when we were watching the Club World Cup, when they were doing the wrestling entrances? I fucking hated that, bro.
Because it was really bad. And they had Michael Buffer with Chelsea, and in the blue corner, Chelsea!
Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready to rumble?
Do you guys understand as an American football fan, when I'm watching this, I'm like, bro, please, for God's sake, can we stop Americanizing everything, bro?
Even the MLS, bro. Look at the MLS when they have their players come out. It's like the NBA. The MLS, when they have the MLS players come out, it's like the NBA. They all get introduced one by one,
Bro. They gave more ammunition for European fans to shit on America, or
This is why I don't hear. This is why I don't even. This is why I don't defend it anymore. I'm like, bro, whatever.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah,
it's a massive detour, but it's a fair, valid point.
Talking about fake and real wrestling and all this shit has deflected us. I want to actually
let's go to Raw now. Let's just
before we I mean, we're gonna talk about a couple of things, but I want to read some comments. This one from earlier in the stream, some fan from India. He's saying, "Who is
India?"
Which, by the way, big up to you. Who is your all-time favorite wrestler? Mine is The Rock, Shawn Michaels, now Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. I mean, John Moxley.
Who's Dean Ambrose?
So guys.
Who's him? Yeah, it's John Moxley, but I get what it means.
Before you answer the question, Zir.
Not bad answers, to be fair.
No,
Sting and Macho Man.
Hold on, before you answer the question.
The Undertaker is my favorite of all time.
Zir, do you know what's funny? 2 days ago, my sister met Shawn Michaels in the airport.
Oh shit!
Real?
She literally sent me made a video call with me while I was at home, And she was like, Omar. I said, yeah. She's like, Omar, I'm literally looking at Shawn Michaels. He's literally sitting right there. Because he works in a shop in the airport. And then he's literally Shawn Michaels is literally sitting right right in front of her. And he's like, and he
That's
literally
cool.
couldn't like put the phone out to like show, but I just saw somebody like sitting down like this, right? And he's like, Omar, yo, this guy is huge. I'm like, yo, why did I'm like, bro, I thought I was like, yo, and then she's like, Omar, how does Shawn Michaels, because she hasn't watched wrestling for a long time. She's like, Omar, how does Shawn Michaels look these days? I said, what do you mean?
It's not the same. Looks like an old man.
Yeah, he's like, Omar, is he bald now? I said, yeah, he is bald. He's like, yeah, he's literally right here. I'm literally looking at him face to face. I'm like, yo, go.
So while he was looking at her face to face, he was also checking out the burger about 6 blocks down the road. Because
I mean, to be fair, I saw through the video. From what I could see from the video call, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this wrestler, like Shawn might be old, but dude, they're still big as fuck. Like
he is a legend. He's a go.
By the way, Amar, I can vouch because when I went to meet and greet like 2-3 years ago, they're all bigger than I thought. Holy smokes!
They are huge, man. They're big.
Bro, you see Grayson Waller on TV? I thought he's short.
Yeah, he's like 6'4". No, he's over 6 foot.
Bro, I see him in real life, and the guy's like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's...
I'm a true
McIntyre. Wait. We're back on it now. What the fuck did they do to A-Town Down Under?
Yeah.
Is Austin Theory getting sacked? Is he getting sacked?
No. By the way, I like what they did. No. I like what they did, to be honest. I like what they did.
Mate, the fans were begging for a match fucking 6 months ago. Austin Theory's over as shit. Grayson Waller's one of the greatest deals ever.
Yeah, but Waller called it out. He got injured.
Oh, mate. New day. Grayson Waller. Are we? You know what they're ripping on? MJF and her business. A Jewish white boy joining an all black group. A fucking Aussie white boy joining an all black group.
Damn.
Oh,
it's the same thing.
God. Oh, yeah. You see, that's a type of decision
narcissistic heel.
TKO, bro.
Narcissistic heel. Like, and their reactions to it being like, huh? And you watch him grow on him now. Like, I'm going to be all for Grayson Waller comedy. But, bro, like, that was just, they were building that shit for so long. And they were just like, all right, he's injured. So.
No, well, listen, man, you gotta listen, at the end of the day, you can't prepare for injuries, and this is the thing, they had to use Grayson Waller.
They fucking kept them as a team even when they weren't on TV, though, bro. You still could have just dragged it out longer.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They dragged it out a little too long. I do agree with that. But however, for the here and now, I think that Grayson Waller being in the New Day, I'm actually interested because you know what?
Comedy will.
I think
I'm not gonna lie, just Grayson Waller being the way he is, a New Day low-key.
Yeah, he's fucking.
For me, but for me, the biggest thing and the most important thing is now Austin Theory, I hope, comes back better than ever. Yeah, I hope he gets the best presentation possible out of this.
I think they get.
This guy needs a change of scenery, bro.
Bro, I swear they're gonna send him back to Evolve.
I think he needs.
If they do that, then they're if they do that, then they're pathetic, bro. Austin Theory had so much potential.
There. You know what they need to do with? You know what they need to do with him to bring him back to revive him? They need to take him back to NXT. I think he needs to go to NXT, and he needs to be. You know what they were trying to do with him in the main roster when Vince was in the WWE, where they were pushing him. Yes, right. I think that they need to put him as one of the key top stars in NXT to build himself up and basically walk his way to becoming NXT champion.
He's already done it though in NXT. He's already done it.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, but I think he was on his path. Yeah.
But see, at NXT, they never really gave him an opportunity there either.
Yeah, because he was a part of the biggest group. He was a part of the Way, bro, and the Way was the #1 group in NXT. Like Johnny and Tommaso were ruling NXT. Indy was ruling. Like he and right after that, he got the US title and shit. He'd also, I'm pretty sure, he had North American champion. Like he had a good run, bro. Like he was the least used person in the group, and he was the most annoying.
Jester, you know, one thing we know about NXT is this, right? Sometimes NXT
can reinvent people.
Yes, and also NXT, especially under this era now, they have this tendency to just bring main roster people to the roster out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you could just see, let's say, I
Yeah,
don't
it could
know,
work. It could
I'm a-
work.
yeah,
It could work.
they
I
could
just
do
feel
a thing
bad
where
for him
they
because
could
he's
do-
already
they-
done
they-
it.
They could do a thing where
He's already
I
done
don't
it.
know, they could do a thing where they're like,
And it was
starting a new
years
group.
ago.
And you know what's
I'm
funny,
not
right?
gonna lie. I still think he
Because
can
here's the thing,
return main
right?
roster and change
Because
his character. I'll be
here's
real.
what's important, right? Here's what's important. Sometimes
Him and
the
AJ
best way-
Styles for the IC title. Boom, book it, done.
So, what I was just gonna say when it comes to Austin Theory is, one thing about injured wrestlers is it's easy to reinvent injured wrestlers. You can just take them. You can just especially if they're out for a long time,
It's
people
because they
forget about
forget
them.
who you are and shit.
Yeah, and then forget them. So when they come back, all of a sudden now everyone is like they're like new people. You understand what I mean, right? So it is easy for the WWE to just take him and move him to NXT now that he's injured. Because if he comes back from injury, they can just ignore everything. I mean, like, and he could just come back with like a chip on his shoulder. You understand what I mean, right? And just start like, and they can just push him to the moon at NXT. You understand what I mean, right? Just make him feel like this guy who's been carrying like this pent up aggression now for a while because he's been out for a long time. You understand what I mean, right? Because at the end of the day, he's got the physique for it, right? I feel like he's been like, at the end of the day, you're right. He just needs a change of scenery, and that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, more star chats. I used two of them. A question from Robbie. Thoughts on
Right.
WWE screwing Bayley on Raw? I mean, listen, that tag team championship match was so random, in my opinion. Very random. You know what I mean? But to be fair, that match
Bayley for years. It's not like they give a shit.
They are. And okay.
And honestly, seriously, I don't think she gives a shit either.
Anyway,
Bayley's fine putting over the next generation. She knows that she's the generation that's on her way out. I don't think she cares. But I'm a big Bayley fan, and I think that she should have been.
I'm a big fan. Listen, I'm a big.
I'll be back.
I would sing that chant that they sing every single time, bro. Let me be a part of the UK crowd, and I'll sing the chant. That's how much I like Bayley. Like, get me. But yeah, listen.
Man, they've really blown it with Bayley, man. Fucking hate.
I actually think she should have been the one that won that number one contendership last week.
Yes, he should have, bro. They've completely screwed her over, man.
Like, don't get it twisted. I'm happy for Lara Valkyria, but like, she already had enough matches with Becky. I don't think her stock's falling after.
They are dragging the shit out of this, man. I'm getting tired of this shit.
Okay? By the way, after this, Valkyria has to win the title back, bro.
No, bro, I don't even care, man. Like, I don't even want her in the title picture anymore, man. Just give her a break. I know she's the first Intercontinental champion. She just lost the title, bro. But this thing that they're trying to do, dragging this whole shit when you've got Bayley back, who should be going after the championship.
Yeah, should have actually finished that story up and all. I agree with you. But the reason why, like, at the same time, I'm not fully against it is at least, like, Valkyria is, like, getting her recognition, like, I'm trying to look at it in two ways.
No, so here's what you need to understand, bro. This is what you need to understand, okay?
But I do agree, Bayley should have been the one.
Wait, just hold on here. Here's the important thing. If you bring back Bayley, I know you've already seen these two wrestle, 3 times before?
Yep.
We've seen them wrestle 3 times.
2 or 3 times, yeah. If you include
Lara Valkyria and Becky Lynch face each other 3 times. Here's the important thing, bro. If you bring back Bayley and you have a triple threat match where Becky
didn't Becky pin Lyra as well?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It is very evident. The next thing you need to do is to put a match between Bayley and Becky to kind of get Lyra out of the picture for a little bit. Not completely out of the picture, but take him out of the picture and bring Bayley back into the picture. So the best way to do that is to have the match between Bayley and Becky at SummerSlam, where if, let's say, Becky retains the championship, right? Then you can continue bringing Lyra back into the picture, because now we've had the match between Bayley and Becky already, but we haven't even seen Bayley and Becky fight yet for the title. How are you gonna bring her back and then keep doing the same rivalry after bringing her back, bro? So what? It's just an afterthought after she was literally taken out of her match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, I hear 100%, man. Yeah, but you know what, Ravi? There you go. That is the answer to the question. And then RHAFC. Damn, bro. Hey, listen. Hey, Jester, you may want to look at this one. Guys, I take the backyard devils.
Listen.
There you are.
I'd rather cave the back of my skull in, if you know what I'm saying, though.
Hey, if Lewis was in the chat, wait. If Lewis was in the I swear to God, yeah, God, anyone can be my witness, bro. The guy would be set, bro. The guy would be barking like a dog, bro. Because anytime I send this guy back here clips or images, the guy just barks.
Haram, bro. Haram.
Astaghfirullah. Yeah, hey, listen. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Every time I see the moment when he's about to do it, sometimes I just have to turn the other. I'm like, nah, man. Allah is watching me, man.
Mate, the Netflix cameraman, I swear, they've had a couple.
It's there, bro. It's there.
They've been learning from the AEW cameraman, bro. They're paying attention, mate.
Turn away. Listen, man.
I waited. I actually.
No, but brother Omar, I hear you. No, Omar, I hear you. Like, God is really watching.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Definitely be careful.
By the way, people, when he's saying stay focused, he don't mean stay focused looking at the screen. He means stay focused on the game.
Lock in! Fucking lock in, man. Like, listen.
Man says fucking lock in when he said stay on the.
Listen, when I sit
Booker T's locked in.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Michael Cole mentioned Booker. Thank God he's not there or Barrett's not there. Oh my God. When I heard that, I'm like, damn.
Imagine they invite Booker T and then on Raw when I should. Oh no, my day. No, listen, man. Queen Shamel, if he's watching this, she's like, Booker, you need to calm down a little bit because you're beginning to get on my nerves.
She's a jealous bitch. She'd be getting upset.
I mean, bro, listen, if I'm doing that, I wouldn't be surprised if my missus was jealous of me as well, bro.
Yeah.
How are you
gonna listen, if I have a wife, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch WWE anymore, bro.
Bro, my missus is more into the women than I am half the time, bro. Like she loves
but just here's the thing, your culture don't allow it.
I know. No, my missus, my missus is gay as shit. Like she's gay as shit.
It would take for me to be married to a jahalat, which basically means degenerate.
Yeah, like a harlot.
For whatever you just said happens with you to happen with me, bro. That's what it would.
So I'll tell you this, right?
You're missing out, bro.
No, so here's the thing, right? With me, right? Obviously, so with some women, they have a level like even in our culture, right? You always have some of our women, they have a strong sense of humor. They understand, at the end of the day, some things they don't take things too deep. You understand what I mean? Right?
Yeah, so they're not offended by it either.
They kind of know. Okay, well, listen, my husband is not watching wrestling for the women. He loves wrestling for the.
He's not watching wrestling. And...
So, I'm not gonna lie. If that happens to me, that would be the greatest scenario ever. I can't lie.
No, Zeer, but this is what's important, bro. Right? If I'm ever gonna listen, I'm not married, but I'll say this: if my wife knows I'm a wrestling fan, she's gonna understand I'm not a simp either. So I'm not gonna be sitting there. I'm not gonna be like, I'm sitting there watching the TV. You feel me, right? Like sometimes this is the thing, right? Don't get it twisted. Some ladies, they get it, man. They understand that at the end of the day, it's wrestling. They love the wrestling, not the women. You feel me, right? It's not about who's wrestling.
For my missus, it's both. Like she loves a strong, pretty woman. Like she'll see them and go, oh, she's stunning, or oh, she's strong. But it's for my missus too. It's what they can do in the ring. It's why she fucking idolizes Bayley, bro. Like she idolizes Bayley and Rhea. Like they're the greatest. And even Indy, she hated Indy at first because look at Indy. She's perfect. Like Indy is, and the Indy that we grew up watching was a heel and a bitch, like an absolute, like she got cunt face on her, bro. Like she's got resting bitch face on her. My missus, bro. My missus hated her from day one, and I was in love with her from day one, right? And we'll see her in indie shows. The moment Indy was in NXT and she was on a bigger platform and she was smiling and being this goofy character, my missus fell in love with her. Like straight away. Like the moment her actual gimmick changed.
Here's the thing, right?
Indy is stunning. I think Indy's one of the prettiest women in wrestling.
Right? Don't get it twisted, right? Even Stephanie Baker, I think she's a very pretty girl. Like I like her. She's very beautiful.
But it's about her wrestling. It's about her wrestling.
No, look.
And her look, man. Like her entrance and shit. It's evil.
Let me explain, right? At the end of the day, like, and also, yeah, that's a throw off for me as well, right? When it comes to Stephanie Baker, this is why I'm like, as pretty as you are, man. Like, listen, I'm a religious person, man.
Yeah, she's got a whole succubus thing going on, bro. She looks like a fucking demon.
I can't do the whole devil
thing,
she'd
suck your soul out, bro.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The name,
you fucking if you're signing a marriage contract for her, bro. Like it'd be like some voodoo.
I'm not gonna lie.
Love routine shit.
Wait. I'm not gonna lie. I do see the move. I'm not gonna act like I don't. However.
Oh yeah, we don't see the move.
However, here's the thing.
The
name
kiss.
I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the name. I don't agree with the name.
Because it's blasphemous.
But then again, I get it. Different cultures, this. Yeah.
But see, this is why. See, this is the thing is here. As you know, as brother was being religious, we know that when it
Latinos
comes
to, like,
I mean,
Latinos are super religious, but they don't. Go. I was just gonna say the way Latinos are with like devil culture and stuff like that is different to your traditional Christians.
Yeah. But that's what I just said, Justin. But that's what I just said. Like it's different.
It is different. They respect and worship death and shit too. Like it's different, bro. Like the whole Mexico Day of the Dead thing. Like Latinos are different.
We're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I know. But dude, and I'm not religious at all, but I still understand. Aspects of it all over the world.
So what I was gonna say, that this was there, is that see, this is the thing you have to understand about our religion, Jester. It's always important. What we perceive as what the devil is, right? In our religion, is that the devil usually does things like, it's lustful stuff, right? So the devil is not going to show up to you.
Yeah, it's not just a physical embodiment. It's actual things.
It's a mental, They're like,
I know what you mean. It's in your thoughts.
So the best way I can explain it is,
you would think that like when you have a thought that you're not meant to have, like a subconscious thought, you would think that's like a devil's thought when it's just your brain playing tricks on you, bro. Like,
it's okay. So this is what I'm trying to explain, right? So let's say if the devil was to walk up to you, right, and he wants you to do something evil, right? The best way he's gonna do it is he's gonna approach you through the look of someone like a Stephanie Baker, pretty. Not saying Stephanie Baker is the devil, by the way. I'm saying to someone who looks like that, right? Beautiful. Every man wants a woman like that, right? And she's going to, and the things that she's doing on like wrestling is the kind of things that the devil would do outside of wrestling to kind of get the attention of a person, to guys basically make them do haram stuff or evil stuff. You feel me, right? So for some of us, when we see this shit, we're just like, he's got the devil horns, he's doing the whole devil thing, and then he's doing
she's selling the gimmick 100%.
It's like
but then so's Penta. So's Penta, bro. His literal appearance is like a devil.
I mean, to be fair, he's
zero fear.
So
I can't even lie. Even Finn Balor, by the way, demon.
The demon, but that's an Irish. It's an Irish legend.
No, but it's a similar,
like an Irish boogeyman. That demon is like an Irish boogeyman.
So here's the thing, guys. We all know at the end of the day, this is the thing there, right? We know that there's angels and demons. They're all created by the one upstairs, right? The Almighty, right? At the end of the day, one thing about me is I don't even mind about this whole, like, dressing up as the dead or any of these stuff that you see, right? When people like, how Penta looks with, like, the whole undead, that's cool to me, right? I actually like those things, right? It's when people do the whole devil thing where I'm like, you feel me?
Yeah,
right?
but that's why I'm against. But that's why I'm against.
I'm not comfortable with the devil thing. So when people do, when the people do like Finn Balor, right, where it's like a demon, I'm like, demon. Cool, whatever.
Do you guys remember when Shawn Michaels wrestled God?
No, Vince McMahon wrestled God.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, oh, still, but I mean, all right. So so when so when do you remember when Shawn Michaels wrestled Undertaker and it was alluded that Shawn Michaels had the power of God on his side, and Undertaker did not.
So you know what they were doing with that? It's not that he had the power of God.
The light versus the dark.
Light versus darkness. So Undertaker.
But he was a very publicly born again Christian and shit too, bro. They were playing on it. Like they were playing on him being born again.
But you know what it is, right? I feel like.
But I'm just saying though, I think in history WWE have done it a lot. Vince McMahon's literally called himself the devil.
So here's the thing. Right?
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers have, by the way.
No, so let me say this, right? There are certain things that when religious people do certain things, I don't find it offensive too much. You understand what I mean, right? So let me say this, right? When it comes to Shawn and the thing he did at WrestleMania, it kind of like resonated a little bit where you've got someone like Undertaker who is, he's done devil worshiping on wrestling, not in real life. Right, he's done the whole kayfabe, kidnapping people, sacrificing, at the end of the day, all of that, right?
Hanging big boss man.
And that is the thing. All of this stuff, right? We know Undertaker has done, right? That is his character, right? Shawn Michaels' character in 2009 was a reformed person, a born again, right? So here's what is important, right? I like what they did with the stories because here's the thing: they didn't drag it as good versus evil when it comes to Shawn versus Undertaker. That wasn't the idea, even though that's how the entrances looked, right? The whole story going to like WrestleMania wasn't that Shawn Michaels is the good guy, Undertaker is the bad guy, Shawn Michaels is the one following God, Undertaker is not. They didn't try to do that. You feel me, right?
Yeah,
they
it was just light in the dark.
Basically, what this was, because you remember before that match, Shawn had never lost to the Undertaker. You understand what I mean, right? So the whole idea of why they were doing that entrance was Shawn Michaels is the only person in the WWE who realistically could be the one to break the streak at that time because he had never lost to the Undertaker. So that's why they were doing the whole him being the light in the time of darkness.
Yeah,
he's the one that's
all right. I just perceived that it's very religious back then.
Now I'll say this now. The one between Vince McMahon and when Vince and Shane teamed up
he
to
fought God.
Now that one was way overboard, right? And here's the thing. That was Vince McMahon, bro. Because here's the thing with Vince. Vince doesn't give a fuck.
McMahon is Vince McMahon. He's a scumbag.
Like the brother doesn't give a fuck, bro. You understand what I mean, right? And dude, I'm not gonna lie, right? Some of the shit that Vince was doing, I mean, thank God that Shawn was. I mean, listen, I'm not a Christian, but I'm just like, bro, respectfully, man. This guy was going to churches. He was drinking the holy water. Like, I'm not even. I'm a Christian. I'm like, bro. Like, I don't care if that is regular water, bro. Don't do that, bro. Like that. The thing that you're doing, the thing that you're implying is messed up. You feel me, right? Like this is something that is deep to people. This is why, like, I don't like doing the whole even I remember CM Punk, the Straight Edge Society thing, right? If you look at like that whole thing,
it was very biblical.
It was very so biblical. The way he was. I was
like, he was portraying himself as the modern day anarchist Jesus Christ.
See, this is what is important. See, this is what see. This is the thing with Jester, right? This is why, right? Why do you think that around the side of the world, it's so easy for people to always mock Christianity? The reason why that is most of the time, I think, is because most of the time Christians don't really get outraged when things like this happen. But as Muslims, we get outraged when we feel like our religion is being insulted. So that's why a lot of these Christians feels like some of these people who are not even religious.
Yeah, I'm neither, bro.
I'm
neither. You got to remember that. I'm neither.
Yeah, I mean, I know, Jester, but here's the thing. This is why
I understand when people get disrespected, but I'm of a different belief too. So,
but here's the thing, Jester. Here's what I honestly believe when it comes to this situation.
And I'm not pro-Christian either. I am not pro-Christian. Like,
you're atheist, aren't you?
I am an atheist, like, but full on. Yeah. But it's the wrong tree to be talking to, basically. When it comes to.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day...
let's try to keep it short, guys.
This whole conversation started because of the Devil's Kiss and name.
Yeah, I know. But
you're dick slamming her ass into someone's head, like a kick.
I will say this so quickly, and I'm going to try to make it short and sweet, bro. What makes this sense, at least is my perspective, what makes this whole religious talk sensitive is, like, basically, it's the whole idea is just the fact of, like, there are just certain things you just can never talk bad about, and one of it is the God Almighty, or like even the messengers. Like you just can never talk bad on it.
I feel I'm not gonna
Especially
lie.
especially based on the fact what they stood for, and
No,
like
no. So here's the things there. Some people don't know these things, and for those people, that's fine. Here's the thing, Jester, right? This is what I was gonna say. If you look at someone like Punk, Punk is also an atheist. You understand what I mean, right?
Mm.
So when it comes to people who are atheists, they can like listen. At the end of the day, I'm not one to judge anybody for how they live their life. You understand what I mean, right? I always think that when it comes to people who always mock God, I always feel like atheists should always be like, for some of these atheists who do these things where they're like bringing God into this stuff, is like respectfully, you don't talk about God because you don't believe in it. You feel me? You don't believe in the idea of
Bro,
religion.
honestly, a real atheist, respectfully, that is a
Mhm.
real atheist. They don't give a shit. They
And that's
won't
the thing.
like they're
yeah,
actually
yeah, but
educated on gods, but they're not going to sit there and waste their time arguing with something about something that they don't believe in. That's the whole point.
And that's the
It's
thing.
like,
And then you have those who, like you mentioned, right? Because don't get it twisted. I've met a lot of atheists. I've even worked with some of them, right? And sometimes I get into debates with all of them. It's not always like heated debates, by the way. It's not like, oh, we're heated, like, oh, I believe in God, you don't. No, we don't do any of
by
that,
the way,
right?
over here, I go into debate with some of them as well because I know a lot of foreigners. Like, believe it or
I,
not,
I mean, so
because I've
one thing I
studied
will
in
say is,
international school, so I've met a lot of people from UK, US. I've had these sensible debates with them, right?
yeah, because most of them, because the thing with some of them is that at the end of the day, they don't like to disrespect something they don't know. So if they don't believe in it, they're not gonna disrespect it because they don't believe in it. But they also understand that for certain people, this is deep. That some people actually believe.
yeah, I
So they'll
think most
respect
Yeah.
it. So
atheists
they'll
do.
So
respect it.
actually,
There's
yeah,
anarchist atheists who just want to see the world burn. They want
Yeah.
religion to be exposed and to come down and to watch the world burn. And then there's an atheist that's probably more leans towards science and just believes in what they believe in
that's
because
true.
of
By the way, that's all
science,
the I hear as well.
whereas religion can't be proven by science and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we don't have proof of these things. So an atheist who believes in it on that point of view, they're not going to
Mhm.
get wound up or caught up or go out of their way
Yep.
to belittle, insult, degrade, or put down
And
anybody
and you and you
of a
know what?
religious belief.
And
They just
Justin,
don't really like, especially if they do believe in the science, because science says one thing and then one thing says another, but yet neither of them can really be proven throughout
and
our
that's the thing.
history.
Just I suggest that this is why, like most of the time, when some atheists like who don't really use like science and stuff like that, who are very like respectful, I feel like a lot of them, the reason they are the way they are is because also when they look at like people who are atheists who believe in science, they know, okay, you want to use science to prove everything, but also science can't prove everything now, can it?
Yeah, but
You
by the
No,
way,
it
understand what I
can't.
mean?
No,
all
that's
this
what I mean.
science
That's
thing
why so
became
many
from,
things are theories, bro.
there's the
That's
thing, like,
that's why so many things are theories.
Exactly.
Fucking even
So that
gravity, as what we know and understand about gravity, is a fucking theory that we still haven't even proven because we can't
exactly.
really test any
And
other
see, this is
planets that are
and
like
see, this is
ours.
why.
Like,
And this is why when these people like I always say this way, when I see people debate like this, I'm like, bro, you are debating something that is a theory. So there's not a guarantee of what you're saying is actually correct. Just like you're trying to say the person who's religious can't prove that what they do,
yeah,
that what they
yeah,
believe in is real. Like, bro, you also are creating theories. Everything you're bringing up is theories. These theories
yeah,
might be
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
in the end of the day.
yeah,
So
but
Anything that's
yeah, but
from history and that
For us, yeah, but for us, the way we see it is like it's proven in Quran or in certain
no,
yeah. All
no,
right,
see,
hang on,
this is
hang on.
it. We
Wait.
know that.
Before, because this is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I know, no, but I have to
Anyways,
say that to Omar because that's
on
the way
that,
we see
No,
on that,
I'll tell you this now. You don't have to explain it. See, I know me and you, we come from different sides of the world. Right? I don't want Justin to be,
it. No, I'm just
uncomfortable.
saying it, bro,
No,
because
three.
it's that, see, we know, this is the
Hang on.
things here. What we believe in, we know, bro. I don't need,
and then
like,
the
you bringing
actions
up,
speak louder than words, what we see
it's
around
fine, bro.
us.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, this is all I'm going to say, right? Just to bring it back to wrestling, right? Some things I feel like, and this is why I really want to bring it because just I just want to talk about it in wrestling terminology, right? If you're someone who's an atheist, a wrestler who's an atheist, right? I feel like you should always stay away from stuff that has anything to do with religion. You understand what I
Because
mean,
it's
right?
not your,
Because
it's not your
So you
place.
don't brush feathers, and
It's not
I
your
agree,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Not only
Right.
it's like you're either being a person who doesn't know anything about it, doesn't want to know anything about it, or knows everything about it and doesn't believe in it. So no matter what, it's like when I say with anybody, you know, with haters and trolls, of anybody who comes in and contributes their time towards just trying to bring someone down or disagree with their opinion or whatever, you're barking up the wrong tree. And that goes to people on both sides of the fence too. Like people trying to convert, and then people trying to argue as is just science can't be proven. Like, I 100% agree there. My biggest thing with a lot of it is the timeline. How far back timelines go.
Right.
Until something is documented, you know what I mean? And then even when something is documented, and then that document is redocumented and redocumented and redocumented and redocumented and amended so many. But after 3,000 years, essentially embellishment is what I'm talking about, is when a story passed through generations, like Chinese whispers. You remember, and they get you to tell something to someone, and then they whisper it to the next person, and the story wouldn't stay the same as what you gave them because it passes through all these people.
So just
in my opinion, before we started documenting history, it is very, very hard to prove religion and things that happened 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 years ago, when it's been passed through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of generations of people before it was even documented. That's my big thing. Like, before we've even written the first.
The Jester, you're looking at it, and obviously I don't want to talk.
Guys,
I barely had to say.
I am not the person to be in this conversation. I'm like stuck in the middle of you.
I understand you, Jester. I'm not even having a go at you. I promise you. Yeah. And by the way, I'm only doing this because first of all, I barely said anything, and secondly, after this, I want to move on. Yeah. But one thing I will say quickly is, the way I see it, and I'm pretty sure the way majority of people that follow a specific religion, doesn't even have to be Muslim, yeah? Whatever religion it may be, one way we can all agree that certain things are proven, and I'm talking about the three religions that go by the book. Yeah? Wait, just one second. I'm talking about Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, yeah? Right?
Yeah, the big three.
They all go by the book.
The big three.
Right? No. All we have to say
true, 100%. I say it's a big three.
All we have to say, the proof is in the pudding with what's going on around you. That's it. That's all I was gonna say. Yeah, no theory, no nothing. But anyway.
Okay, Zeer. This is the.
Yeah, we got to get away from religion.
No, but this is why. This is why I want to move on.
Zeer. Let me just say this, and we can move on, because I'm not gonna go back and forth. This is the last thing I was gonna say. Is this. Sometimes this is also another thing. I feel like a lot of times the religious people, this is the mistake that they make, right? Sometimes, yes, for us, it is personal to us because we believe in this stuff. But here's the thing. Sometimes when I listen to atheists and the way they think, most of the time people think, oh, these people, they don't take the time to think and all of these stuff. And why is it they think this way? Why can't they think like us? Bro, sometimes you got to listen to these people to understand where their thinking comes from. A lot of the reasons why I think atheism is as big as it is now, it's because, unfortunately, we live in a society today where all the religions are just going at each other. You feel me, right? Everybody just believes that their religion is like the one. You feel me, right?
My main belief of being an atheist.
That is such a true point. Yeah.
So this is
my main belief, like literally, even as a teenager, is that throughout history, every single fucking major war comes down to someone doing it in the name of God.
Bro, even now,
and I'm not a fan.
To be fair, ancient history has a lot to do with that, yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm even right now, Palestine and Israel, bro, 2,000 years worth of it.
Even now.
Oh yeah. I mean,
2,000 years worth of it.
Thoughts about that
and you don't want to hear mine either. Like, bro, even over here at the moment, you can't be either side. If you support. Yeah, no, sorry, go.
No. So this is just because I want to finish my point and we can move on. What I was trying to say is this. I'm someone who does a lot.
I agree with you there, though. I agree with you there.
I agree with a lot of reading. And here's the thing, right? There's the reason
the atheist sees the problems the religion causes and just looks at that.
Yeah. One thing I respect about my religion is, right? And this is what I respect about the Quran. The Quran is in Arabic. It's always been in Arabic throughout the history of like
Yep, that's
the
true. Yeah.
inception of Islam. And the reason why it's always stayed that way for even people like me who are not from that side of the world of Zeer, right? I'm from the West. You understand what I mean? I'm a Western
Yeah.
Muslim, but I've read the Quran, so and the Quran is in Arabic, and I read it in Arabic. It's important
Yeah.
because for us, the reason why it stays in Arabic is because we want people to read the right words. You understand what I mean, right? Because it's
Yeah,
easy
the
to
actual proper
misquote.
translation
To
of it.
misquote, exactly, right? To misquote. So if Zeer says something in Arabic and I try to translate it, I can say something completely opposite to what Zeer is saying. And if you listen to me, you're gonna think Zeer said that when in fact
Yeah,
he
it's
said
like
something
Google
different, right?
Translate nowadays.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So the issue is when you look at like I'm not going at the Christianity at all. Right? I have a lot of respect for Christianity, but you see when you talk about the Old Testament and the New Testament, it's two different ones. I'm like, it's like, why is
yeah, I
there
agree.
two
But this
different?
is where I
And
rip
see,
Christianity a new one too, mate. Don't worry. The fact that
and
there is
see,
an Old Testament and a New Testament says that they've chopped up their Bible and picked and choose what they believed in and changed with that alone
and see,
says that their
and see,
religion is
just
full of
and see,
fucking shit. And I've
and see,
always believed that.
and see, Jester. It's things like that. When if let's say you were born a Christian
I know what you
and
mean.
then you
So at
twist
least with the
and
Quran
you
is
twist
keeping to the old ways, and it's always kept to the old ways, whereas
and it
Christianity
will never
themselves
and
have
refuses to
desecrated their
change.
own Bible. Yeah, I
And
agree.
here's the thing,
I agree.
and here's the thing, and here's the thing. This is
Don't tell a
why I
Christian that, though.
understand
You'll upset
the
him.
idea. The reason why this is why I genuinely believe why atheism was born, right? Because people have seen these things, seeing these things happen, and they were like, all these people are doing all of this. There's no proof of this and this and this and this. And they're looking at
So
all these conflicts that are happening. And they're like, bro, all of this because of all these religion, right? Because these people believe this and that people believe that. And, you know, these people stand on what they believe and these people stand on their belief. And then these people do things that, you know, we look at like history. When we look at history and we look at how things have changed throughout the period of time, you know what I mean, right? It's like things like that you see, you're like, oh man, this is unfortunately why it exists. So sometimes I'm like, in a way, I see why, because I've spoken to a lot of atheists. This is a lot of these things I'm saying now is what they tell me. You understand what I mean, right? This is why they
yeah,
Yeah,
don't
but they
believe in the
also but
ideology.
they
100%.
believe in like
Yeah.
things happening through science. Like I think somebody here mentioned it. Like I think it was
Yeah,
just
no, there's so as in I mean, at its core belief, that the Big Bang theory, but even the Big Bang theory can never be proven. We can't fucking travel back in time and watch it happen and know that it happened, etc. That
Yeah,
alone,
it is.
but essentially every atheist at their core is linked to some theory as to how.
Yeah.
Because the
Bro, I
biggest
believe that
question
everyone
that
believes in
any
something.
atheist gets asked is how did humans get made? Like that's the biggest question that anybody asks atheists, and it's
You know what
also the
I
biggest
genuinely
question
think?
that an atheist will ask a
Ju-
religious person.
but that's a good question to be asking.
Do you know what I think? And this is the last thing I promise I will say. I do believe that every one of us human beings, whether we want to admit it or not, we believe in something. We all
Yeah, you
believe
want to believe
in
in
some.
something.
No, see, this is the thing. I feel like a part of us, as much as we don't want to admit it, we are all curious to know like how
Yeah,
what's after
how we
after
exist
death.
in this world.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All of us genuinely believe that there's something else after this. Some of us don't want to admit it, but we feel like death cannot be the end. It cannot be that, oh, yeah, we just come into this world and then that's it. When we are dead, it's over. You feel me, right? There has to be something else. It can't just end here. Like, there has to be a reason. Sometimes, you know, even if you're not someone who's religious, I feel like people are very
Life's
curious
not
in life. People are
life's not
curious.
that life's not
Yeah, it
that
is what it is. It is what it is.
life's not that fair, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah,
Life's
listen,
not
life
that
is not.
fair.
You
Let's
know
That was the
what?
word I
There's
was
something
looking
I'll
for.
agree with
Life's not
Jester.
that fair.
If I will agree with Jester,
Life's not
life
that
is
fair.
not fair, bro.
No, it
Life is
definitely
not.
isn't. Life is definitely not fair.
But
Yeah, like, you
100%,
know,
I believe
I think that's a
that
perfect
most
way to end
people
it with that.
that
I think it's a
whether they're
perfect way.
born into it or not, I think that most people that at least choose to follow is because they want to believe in something. They don't believe in anything. They want to believe in something.
Yeah,
They
but by the
need
way,
something
Jester,
to
I will
believe
tell
in
you
to have
something.
guidance or whatever.
Some people are born into that belief as well. Like
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm not saying there's
I'm
anything wrong
telling
with
you
that.
this like
But
as an Arab,
bro,
like myself,
my
like
my
a lot of
biggest
us
my
are born
biggest
into being Muslim. You get me?
my
Like,
biggest
and same with
envy
like the West
of
side. A
my
lot of them.
biggest envy of religious people is
Mhm.
the full blown religious people that still
Mhm.
believe in an upper power that has a fucking You know, everything has a fucking reason, even when you got fucking ass cancer. There's a reason God gave you ass cancer. Like, the people that are like that, the people that just blindly fucking believe. I'm jealous of their faith. I'm jealous of their belief, even when everything around them is so shit.
So basically an Arsenal fan.
Just I would say this, right? Sometimes if you look at the way the world works, right?
Stop making me believe, man.
So this is the thing, Jester, right? You look at like in the world that we live in, right? You've got people who are lucky to be born in like privileged life, and then people that are not born in privileged life. That's not a choice.
Yeah.
Right? You see some,
and then a lot of the times it's people that aren't privileged that are super religious.
And see, this is why. This is why, because here's one thing, and this is what my religions always told me, right? This life that we live in, and I know you're not a religious person, right? But what we've always been told is that this life that we're living is temporary. That's why death exists. Because death is the only certainty in life. Right?
Yeah.
You can relate your point.
Yeah.
But one thing about life that is certain is death. Whether you die today, whether you die young, die old.
This is way too far, but I think death is definitely the end.
Death is guaranteed.
End.
And that is why.
And that's why we look at, and that's why for us living in this world is like a test. Bro, to even try and comprehend.
What kind of a person are you? Are you a good person or are you a bad person? How do you live your life? You understand what I mean, right? Do you live?
I just live it.
Good.
I just live it.
That's why for us, like, we live by Mizan, like by the way, by the time we get to the day of judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah, they weigh your deeds, and whichever outweighs the other, that determines your fate. You get me?
And here's the important, and here's the sad, and you know what's funny, Jester, right? One thing about what my religions always taught me is that yes, even people that are religious, like me and Zeer, don't get it twisted. Not all of us are gonna be in paradise. Some of us are going to hell. And the reason why is because
the bad ways.
Every fucking Catholic priest ever is going to fucking hell, bro.
Well, guess what, Jester? Some of them will definitely.
Half the fucking popes are there already.
Because you know what?
By the way, Jester, can I tell you something? It is possible that even an imam, despite all the goods that he's done, all the bad could outweigh the goods that he's done.
Because here's the thing, Jester. Being religious is not enough. You can't just be religious and be an asshole and treat people like garbage.
Yeah, but that should just be life too, bro.
And that is what I mean. See, this is the thing. Do you know? They always say they like even people. Let's say
it's like money. It's like you know people that think that the money is the ultimate form of success, and then they get money, but they're still a fucking asshole. Like,
bro, you sit down, you watch TV. There's this priest that I see, right? This guy, I swear to God, I don't even give a fuck. Right? I'm not even insulting Christians.
Like what, one of the TV preachers? I can't do that shit, bro. I can't do that. I can't. Christianity, that shit kills me.
Listen, man, I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna end it there because if I bring that whole thing up, I'm just going to.
We gotta say this. We can have this conversation on a weekend, boys. This is when I could have you over on a weekend. We could have this conversation 100%. Burn the whole fucking establishment down.
Guys, you know what? This convo's lasted so long over.
Okay, let's actually stay in the wrestling, right? Let's talk about the main event.
I don't know why you have to feel like you're explaining it to me, bro. Like I'm not trying to disrespect. I don't know why you feel like you have to get your point across to me.
Guys, it's all calm. It's all calm.
Just don't worry, bro. Whatever we talk about here is all in good love. There's no judging.
I know, but I'm like, I
don't know. We all understand.
Because I'm like, I do feel like, because I am the atheist, I'm just copping it.
No, bro. Trust me, bro. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. If there's one thing my religion has taught me, it's not judging anybody. So I am not judging.
By the way, but this is why. But this is why on this platform, and even in general outside of this platform, I always try my level hardest to being the better man because of that very point. You know,
this is why.
Like,
so just don't get it twisted,
people, even these people have lost the ability.
People never understood
people have lost
why.
the ability
People will be like, "Oh, Zeer, you're being a cuck, you're being this, you're being that, yada,
People-
yada, yada. And I'm like, listen, bro, our religions taught us just to be better people. Like, what?
People have, and this is myself included, I've just pointed this out, and I am the atheist, and this is on more using a point from your religion. People have lost the ability to listen to people, to have a different opinion, to understand, to get educated about things. I am not that person. I am not that person. I can listen and I can learn and adapt and shit. Like,
and just that this is why I don't judge atheists, because sometimes I like to listen to why they actually chose to be atheists.
I could list 100 reasons, bro. 100,000 reasons. Like, and I go on and on and on and on and on.
Because let me tell you something, you're right. Even in religious people, there's some religious people that don't want to listen to what any atheists are. They don't care because they're so
blindly.
They're too strong in what they believe in.
They're believers. They just don't understand. They don't understand. They can't comprehend why people can't think like them. Now, I'm not one of the. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because you never know what people have to go through to have that kind of mindset of why they don't believe in religion or any of that. It could be valid reasons that maybe you might listen to be like, oh, well, I am religious, but I understand why he thinks.
No, for me, it's just be a better person, because that's what we were taught to do.
This is what I
just keep it as simple as that, bro.
This is what I always tell people, bro.
Be the Kareem, bro.
More than anything else, Jester, right? Whatever path you choose to go to your life, it's your life, right? But what I always try to empathize with people is be a good person. Because that's
I'll leave you on this one, because it's a little mind bender, and I read it like a decade ago. It's a true story. Very successful Muslim man that was, I think it was Pakistani Muslims. There's a couple, they've got a lot of Muslims over there, don't they? Yes. He was a Pakistani Muslim man, immigrated to London, very successful businessman, nearly a billionaire. Very successful businessman, had a big family, had a heart condition. Was basically told he needed a donor. Couldn't get a donor. You know what the next best thing is?
What?
A pig's heart.
Jesus. See that?
Now, do you know where I'm going? Now, he was a very successful businessman. He was about 58, father of 4, already had a couple of grandkids too. He chose to die, guys. He chose to die. And he could have taken the heart. But he chose to die because it was a pig's heart. Science had determined that he could have lived. His religion had already doomed him to die because of pigs, an animal.
I mean, it's,
and, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a very convoluted thing. I know.
No. So just in situations like that, I always tell people, right? Listen.
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was crazy. No, I mean, the dude was like, he literally, like, he'd had a good life. But what about his family, bro? Like, all right, he's leaving them with money and shit. But like, you can't just. You've got a way to live.
But to be
I get it. I get it. I know why, bro. I understand it.
I was gonna say, like,
but bro, I'm saying this is literally this is the dilemma of like
when you go to Yom Qiyamah, the only thing it's you and the God.
Just for someone like you, it is very hard for someone like us to explain it to a guy like you. So things like this. We're like, well, listen.
I've read from both sides. I know why the dude did it.
No, so I know
his religion had taught him that, like.
No, so I know you know why, but for you as an atheist, the way you think about it, you don't understand why. So I'm like, okay, well, these are things that for me, I can't.
It's faith, bro. It's generally he believed if he took the heart, he would have went to hell. Like he took the heart, he would have died later on and went to hell because he would have fucking had something happen to him because he had a pig's heart inside him, you know, like he would have been a swine, a dirty, filthy swine.
But Jester, can I tell you something? And I'll put it to you in best terms, right? And
it just blew my mind, bro. Like, here's someone who's smart, who made their own empire. They could be saved by science, but they chose not to because of their religion.
Again, but that comes to the point. I'm on 1 second. Here's the thing. In some cases, even though, like, for example, in that case, obviously, you saying you'd rather die is still not good. You want to die and all that. I get it. However, because of that whole pig heart thing, right?
Yeah, I know. It's 'cause it's a
Obviously,
pig.
right? Pork haram, right?
But they're
Like,
literally like the best organ
certain
transplant donors.
certain contexts, it's like the deed is the bad deed isn't as powerful because of that context. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Because he looked. It's like you're looking at the bigger picture of it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's like
that's what I mean. Surely, like for the man to live, his God can forgive him if science can give him a new heart.
Just but here's the thing, bro.
That's not the point, though. This
is what you need to understand, Justice. You see, it's the way some people value life itself. Some people don't look at life that way. Just because you have money, let me tell you something, bro. For some people, money is everything. Some people, bro, they become rich. Money doesn't change them. You understand what I mean, right? A guy like him, right? He believes in something that maybe you may not understand. He believes in everything, those things that you don't believe in, right? He believes that there's a better place than where he is now.
Like,
you understand what I mean, right?
Us, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. For him, that's something he was willing to die for. For someone like you, it's hard for you to understand because you don't believe in that other place. You understand what I mean, right? See, things like this is why I said for people like us.
It's not about that. It's more about like if I was in that position, I had the family and I had the money, and science could save me.
But here's the thing.
Like even now, if you get cancer in life, right, you can have a fair chance against cancer if you've got a lot of money. If you can afford the treatment, you can have a fair chance. If you can't afford the treatment, you're fucked, and cancer will fuck you. If I was rich, I would like to do what I could to stay alive longer, at least for my family's benefit or whatever. But if I was in horrible, insufferable pain, no, I'd want it to be over.
Just a look. This is what I'm gonna say, right?
Anyways, guys. This is way too... We've got to stop. We have to stop.
Yeah.
Go on 2 hours, bro. We have to stop.
I would love. But by the way, listen. This conversation.
And I'm not the guy for this, bro. Like,
if we were a
popping it left and right. We can talk about this forever.
If we were 3 guys meeting in real life or some shit, this would be a nice conversation to have. I'm not gonna.
Oh, we're killing it. We're doing really well.
However, because we're doing
the world to learn from it. The world to learn from it. Some people are
going to be sensitive, which I understand.
Yeah, no. We've had no comments for ages, even on my end.
I agree 100% with
and I'm already like, we've already gone 2 hours over. We got to hurry up and either finish up.
You know what? I was gonna say we can end it here personally.
We can.
We've talked about the 3 main points, which is the Gunther's Punk indirectly, and
it was a big detour.
Yeah.
It's a big detour.
And plus, nothing much really happened on show other than the fact that the Solo Sikoa.
Before we even got to that point, because it was about Stephanie and her big butt and the title, Devil's Kiss. But we're talking about wrestling and how you boys struggle with the girls wrestling.
That match with Io Sky Cook. That match with Io Sky.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, they did. They actually did.
I gotta go, guys. I have to.
No, bro. It looks like it's midnight out there now. Literally, in the time you've been here, I had seen the lights behind you going out.
Brother, it's 4:06 for me, bro. I still haven't gone for fetch. Like, anyway,
fucking hell.
Listen,
you do this at 2 a.m. You're a mental. All right. Yeah. Sorry about the sidetrack.
Bro, this show started 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah, you're mental, bro. You're mental.
Hey, listen, bro. I sacrificed my
all for the love of the game,
bro. Listen, I tell people you have to adapt. I actually adapt on this space, bro. I adapt for the people that live outside.
No, I get what you
get me. I stay true to what I say.
Yeah, no, you sat there, then
I embody what I say.
You tried to control it. You tried to fucking
adapt or you perish. Yeah, word to
adapt or die. Adapt or die.
Speaking.
No, I agree, bro.
Hey, big up King, bro. Big up double turn at SummerSlam.
Hey, I finally found Rasta last night. I didn't even know Rasta had a channel, bro. He's always giving me big ups. He came up in my feed last night. A couple of them were talking last night. When I dropped in, he was so happy when I dropped in, bro. He was like, "Whoa, Jester! Whoa, what are you doing?" I swear he was baked as shit. He was like, "Yo, Jester!" Like.
But bro, the thing is, that guy calls me Zahir rather than Zeer, and I'm like, brother,
Zahir, Ahmad Zahir.
Yeah, man. No, but big up, but
with Saudi, you used to say it like Ahmad or Ahmed. How do you? Because I've heard you say it, it's different. Your pronunciation of it.
So, bro, see my name. You see my name.
Because like I've heard say Lebo, it was like Ahmad.
Okay,
Same
so
spelling. Ahmad, Hamad. And then
No.
said by his Syrian mother, it was like Hamad.
wait.
And
say
then
it
I remember
again.
another one, Hamad. It was more like Abdul.
Hmar.
I remember when they
it's
would say Abdul, it was like
Hmar.
Habure. Abdul was like Habure or something like that.
Abdul Rahman, Abdul.
Because I think it's a pronunciation though thing, bro. Because I grew up with like heaps of Turks, Lebos called Ahmad, Abdul, shit like that. Like even Abdullah,
like what? Abdul Khaddar?
Habure, like there was. I swear, just even your pronunciation though, like yours is like it's like the H is accentuated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like your AHH med.
No. But wait. Let me tell you something. In Arabic, by the way, in Arabic, we have two letters that's like in English, right? It would sound like you basically would use in English that one letter, but in Arabic you would use two. Like I'll give you the H, for example, right?
Yeah,
H,
it's always the H.
So we have ha and we have ha. We have ha and we have ha. You know? So now, okay, so my Saudi club Al Hilal, right?
Yeah.
My Saudi club Al Hilal, right?
Al Hilal.
How
do you say it? How do you say it? Al Hilal.
Al Hilal.
Al Hilal.
Yeah, wait. Let me type it in the chat through my phone, yeah? So this is how you type Hilal, yeah?
Yeah, I know. A-L-H. I know halal, bro. Like it's halal. Halal meat, man.
Wait. No.
It's halal.
So
is it halal? Oh, okay, yeah.
So let's see Hilal, right? Now, imagine if I typed Hilal instead of that halal, which by the way, halal means halal, you know, like halal's opposite of haram, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at this.
Is it way bigger? There's no difference.
No.
Is that a difference?
Look, trust me, it's different.
It's like
Hilal,
a little scribble at the end.
No. So basically, here I used ha, the letter ha.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at this one, halal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I see it now.
You see that you get it now. So
yeah, but no way. I'm talking about pronouncing it, bro, not reading it.
No, and I'll give you another example.
Just the pronunciation, bro.
I'll give you another example. A in English. So this is how you spell my name in Arabic. Ahmed with Alif.
Ahmed. Yeah. Ahmed. With the F.
With the Alif. With like the thing that looks like one. You see Alif, right?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Now imagine if I was supposed to call myself, even though it makes no sense, there's no name like that ever. But like, you see, I can't say it. No.
Yeah, you're trying to pronounce the fucking made up word, cunt.
Yeah.
You're making Arabic gibberish with zero right here, mate.
I'll give you another example. Okay, I'll give you a real name that starts with this letter, Ali. Okay.
Ali. Or Ali.
Yeah, Ali.
Ali.
Like Mustafa
Ali.
Like okay, you know Mustafa. You guys call Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, yeah.
Mustafa Ali or like Muhammad Ali, whatever. Yeah,
is that what it is? Mustafa. You say Mustafa.
It's Mustafa. It's actually not Mustafa. It's Mustafa. Yeah,
because they do.
So this is how. So look. So the word Ali, yeah, the name Ali. Look at the letter. Like so basically you have this. By the way, there's also with Hamza, but that's how the way you pronounce it, right? And then you have this. Look at the difference.
It's not coming up, bro.
It is now.
I can't see it, bro. It's not coming up.
Oh shit! I have to show it. See,
there you go.
This is Alif.
Yeah.
Ain. Yeah. Imagine, yeah. A lot of the terms that's with letter A in English, it would either be pronounced with this, Ain, like Ali, for example.
Yeah.
Or Alif like this, like for Ahmed. See? Ahmed.
Yeah, okay.
Ali.
It's just the way he's rolling off the tongue, bro.
So no, yeah,
Like
yeah. So basically,
I mean,
what
to
I'm trying
us,
to tell you, these
it
are
rolls off of our tongue, but it doesn't roll off of your tongue because it's natural to you guys.
yeah. For us, it's not exactly.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can say Ahmed because we've
Yeah.
grown up like learning
Ahmed.
that stuff.
And yeah,
you know?
I throw the K. I'm throwing a K in there, bro. Ahmed.
Like for like I'm a lot of. By the way, when I was in international schools, and a lot of like the teachers or professors, even some of them that's foreigners in my uni now, the way they pronounce my name is like Ahmed or Ahmed.
Yeah, oh, true. Yeah. The way you said that, bro,
They
that was
don't-
Ahmed.
don't-
Hello, have you met my friend Ahmed? Ahmed Haburia Abraham?
Have you ever met my friend named Ahmed? Actually, have you ever met my student named Ahmed?
Bro, yeah, you sounded. So what? So your school before uni, you were doing.
Oh, I was in American international school here, and I was in Australia. And funny enough, beforehand, I was in a school that was Australian backed, not Australian backed, but like it was an Australian curriculum.
Okay. But you were like what, from like high school or like primary school level? You were already learning
like fifth grade, grade
from 10 years old.
So like fifth grade until 11th, and then the school.
Yeah. What's fifth grade for you?
Yeah.
When do you start school? 4 or 5 years old? 5 years old. So fifth grade's like when you're 10.
My story is different.
For us, it's school's 1 to 6. And then high school is 7 to 12.
Kindergarten, but I had to repeat
kindergarten. Yeah, we got kinder too, but that's 4 years old. Primary school
I would say around
is
5. I think around 5 years old, because I remember kindergarten I had to repeat because of my heart surgery. I think around 5-6 years old, something like that. I started late.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So was there like any Muslim school in between that, or like at the same time? Or was it just outright like
I was so basically I used to live in Bahrain. In Bahrain, it was international school as well, but like that's where I learned more of my Arabic. I learned more of my Arabic there than I did in international schools when I was here. Funny enough. However, here's the funny thing and an interesting thing. When I started university here, obviously you get put up in a situation, and even in my senior year for 1 month that I was in Al Faris as well, like I got put up in situations in which I'm like, damn. All these times I was in international schools that was like not giving me enough Arabic, and even when they did, I chose not to take it because they were optionals and stuff, right? Because I was so used to English. Basically, once I got to that uni lifestyle and that, I was like forced into it. So when you're forced into it, it's like now you're like, you know what? Because you're supposed to be learning the Arabic because you're from there. It's like it's more natural to you. You understand?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you did it.
Like, I already had an idea on how to speak Arabic, but like the fluence of it, I was not fluent from when I was young. That's the funny story. I was not fluent.
But you're born and raised Saudi.
I was born in Bahrain, which is a neighboring country.
Bahrain, yeah, I know Bahrain.
But I
too far.
would basically be driving back. I would be going back and forth to Saudi, Bahrain, or my dad would go back and forth. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's crazy.
But here's the thing, though. We were and by the way, even today, funny enough, in the household, like, bro, nowadays I speak like mix of both languages.
Yeah. Right? You can tell.
But back
your
then,
English is perfect.
But back then, I used to speak more English than Arabic. Bro, my older brother with my dad.
Was your dad fucking?
Bro. My older brother. He lives in Arizona. Yeah, my older brother with my dad, fully English. You barely hear an Arabic out of my older brother. Barely. Yeah. My younger brother, you hear more Arabic than the English when he talks.
I'm so sorry for your dad, bro. He's got a
no.
Depending who he's talking to.
And then with me, bro. It's
like a mix.
It was like full on English, but then now over
I remember
time,
that
it's become like a whole mix.
I remember that growing up, like with my mates, that their parents would talk to them full Arabic. And then what they spoke back to them was always like a mix of English and Arabic. Like, but at the same time, like I would hear the odd English word, but it was just because like they were born and raised Arabic, but they were learning predominantly English. You know what I mean? They spent most of their days around English people.
Why? Because they were in international schools, and in international schools,
they're coming from
a lot of the subjects you learn are in English. You're not learning them in the Arabic language. It's for example, if you were to
because even the effort of having to translate shit directly into the Arabic, like depending on what you're teaching and stuff, it'd be a hell of a fucking effort.
By the way, even in my university currently, most of the things are taught in English.
Yeah, of course. It would only be like probably ancient studies and shit that are actually fucking.
Even if there was like an Arabic professor.
Is there anything that's linked to like fucking Arabic history in your uni?
Oh yeah, 100%.
However, I was going to say like because you wouldn't surely like being fucking Saudi Arabia, you'd have people that are doing some form of religious diploma type fucking thing, like where they're getting a proper education, but at the same time being a religious person.
You have to take Arabic and you have to take Islamic. So guarantee you have to take.
Oh, so you still have to study Islam.
Yeah. Even in schools, like you have to take those. Like, by the way,
that's unique. That is honestly unique.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the only time they allow you not taking that is if you're actually a non-Muslim. They actually
So you have a lot of international students too.
If you're a Muslim, you have to. But here's the thing: if you're a Saudi, you have to, and you have to do it in the actual ways.
Where are the
Whereas if you're a non-Arab, they can let you learn in like the English form.
Are the other international students around there just from the other Arabic nations, or like like children of people living there and shit too?
What do you mean?
Like, I guess, like Western businessmen living in fucking Saudi Arabia and their kids are going to.
Oh, yeah. But bro, over here, we have a lot of Western people living here. And guess what? If they go to international schools, it's probably because their companies are the ones
paying for it. Yeah.
Fees. You know what I mean? And also, they basically pay for their living as well in companies.
Yeah, no, I've heard some of the deals, like the incentives basically come over, do a job over there, get paid twice as much, 3 times as much.
I'll give you a very good example. Over here in Riyadh, there's 2 types of. There's obviously American and British schools, right? So American school, it's basically connected to a compound called Bustan Village Compound, right? That compound. Basically, the companies would basically pay for their incentives to live there, and all that stuff. But they will also pay their fees for their children to study there as well in that school. Not just that school; it could be any other school as well. Like
giving them
school, and
giving them a job, paying them to stay there, and essentially giving them an incentive to set up their future there.
Yeah.
By offering something where they can pay for their kids' education down the line, and
exactly, if they give them a job opportunity here,
I have heard
they're paying
IT especially. Paying big for IT at the moment, real big for IT. You can get an IT job in Saudi Arabia and basically get twice as much as what you would in London or America.
But by the way, that's not the case for every family, though. That's a case for certain.
Yeah, it depends what company you get hooked up with and shit, bro. Like, as you said, it's all probably corporate. It's all corporates, bro. Especially Saudi. Like, I mean, how much of it would be the what is it? What's the Saudi group? What's the fucking
PIF? You mean?
Whatever it is. You know the group. They're taking over. The one that ran the Club World Cup. Yeah. Them. I've heard about them. Like how they essentially they use the wealth that Saudi creates, and then they put it back into the infrastructure and the education systems.
Yeah, by the way, my uncles and my dad, we were talking about this the other day, right? When I paid a visit to my aunt, basically in Riyadh, specifically I'm talking Riyadh here, you can never find Riyadh being like the finished article. You can never find it being the finished article, and the reason is, every single time there is a new project going on. New project means more construction. More construction means more havoc on the roads. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and this is the thing.
Yeah, so it's like a city that's just constantly on an evolution, fucking upwards.
Yeah. It's like, hey, and this is what I was, but this is why I always bring it up. Over here, we don't really fuck around, bro. You know what I mean?
I know. Like China, bro. Like China.
We move like what Roman Reigns talks about every single time. Constantly thinking of new things, ideas, and then boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Bro, the metro, bro, here's the thing, right? The metro in Riyadh, like there's like 6 different lines, right? Finished. About finished. But guess what? You're thinking there's no more constructions or anything going on. No. Another project happening, construction going on.
Bro,
or they're like
Melbourne,
or they're trying to fix up the infrastructure of the roads and all that stuff.
Melbourne alone, Melbourne has, next to I think like 2 or 3 cities in Europe, Melbourne has the largest rail coverage in the world, like in terms of its density, both the tram and train networks. We have like the largest coverage, but train networks alone out of the city of Melbourne, and Melbourne's like, 100k top to bottom across whatever. But there's like 18 train lines in Melbourne, 18 just in the city of Melbourne, and the people from Melbourne constantly complain about the public transport. Constantly complain about it.
Is it like overpopulating or something?
Late. But we have services that run every 15 minutes. But if it's 5-10 minutes late, like people are just, but it's, we like in terms of the coverage, and the system has existed since like 1890. So like we've got one of the craziest systems in the world. It's very outdated, but it's how much it covers. Like, and I'm sure your city's probably bigger than Melbourne, but like that's how dense.
Yeah, by the way, our city is large, bro. It's ridiculous.
I know they're getting big.
And
but that's
not just large, and it's enlarging too. Whoa. And
like Melbourne's only like 8 million people, but the density of Melbourne now is getting too much. Like it's wall to wall. Like we got houses, we got the apartments and shit in the inner cities, but like I said, it's like 130 kilometers from one side to the other of just suburbs, houses, suburbs. The city's like
for us,
the city's like a square that big in the middle. It's different the way you guys have got it set up.
In terms of density, it's not the
square
kilometer. For us, it's a square kilometer. The thing is, right, with Riyadh, and by the way, funny I mentioned metro, right? Because personally, and this is just my opinion, yes, it's being filled in certain occasions, but the thing is, over here, we're too reliant on cars. It's just the truth. So because we're too reliant on cars, not as many people are going to be using the metro as people expect.
Yeah. But isn't that like their incentives to push
like you
more
will see people use it because they're like, I'm sick and tired of the traffic. I'm sick and tired of this. Easier to get there. But here's the thing. Like I don't know about Melbourne. I know about New York.
Traffic's fucked here. There's people that do public transport all the time.
I know about Europe and I know about America.
Traffic fucked in Melbourne.
Traffic's fucked in Melbourne. Yeah, it's not even about that. It's about there's so many walking centers. Right? Over there, I've been to New York. I've been to Europe. I've been to London once when I was young, but even then I can tell there's a lot of walking centers, right? Over here, there's not as many walking centers. So
what do you mean by walking center? Like
so basically, you know how a lot
of pathway through a destination where people can have shops on either side and
people just walk. You can just walk. You can basically like you're walking like downtown New
York.
A
main strip that you're able to cross.
You know what I mean? Like you just walk and there's like bare restaurants, stores on the side.
Melbourne is very much like that. But we've got the trams and the trains everywhere too.
And you can then there's like traffic stops in which you can cross the traffic stop walking and all that stuff.
Here, our city is very much like that. It's like New York, bro. Our city is exactly like New York.
Yeah, see, over here, there's only very, very few areas, bro. I can list you like with my hand.
Yeah.
The areas here. Yeah,
we've got heaps of them in the city.
تحلية تخصصي, like
surrounding the city,
you know what I mean?
in the
Like,
city.
very few areas I can list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas over there, it's unlimited. You get me? So this is why I still think, yes, metro is useful in some cases, but if I was to make a stop from one area to another, you're still gonna have a car pick you up and drop you there or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's like that. It's like that even over here, bro. Like you do see it when the people that come all the way out of the city, the amount of like, and we're like 2 stations from the end of the line. The amount of people that come out of the city, and then you'll see their partners or whatever waiting for them when they get off the train, and there'll be like a row of 30 fucking cars, bro. You know, like the train's pulled up, they cross the line, and everybody's just getting in it. And so then they've still got to drive fucking wherever, 10, 15, 30 minutes to home, you know, then to the train station, then 30 minutes into the city. So it's very much the same over here, bro. Like,
yeah.
The further out you are, the more it's like that. The closer you are, you've got like, you know, you've got fucking a bus line or a tram line or whatever that'll cross between train lines. Other than that, you've got to always go into the center and then come all the way back out, bro. Like, but that's also what makes ours unique. We've got like a Grand Central Station style thing, like where we've got a center station that every single train line comes through, and like everything, every train line ends there and starts there. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a loop too. There's a loop that goes underneath it all, and it can, no matter what direction they come into the city, they can go into the loop and leave the city out the way they came. It's a pretty crazy system, but I think the people of Melbourne do definitely take it for granted, like 100%. They think it's the worst in the world, and like next, it's only second to Europe, like, and then maybe Japan for how often they run. So it's definitely worth it. But our city's like, and we got unis everywhere too, bro. Like our city, there's like 4 or 5 unis alone just in the fucking city, bro. Like, so shit, like they've literally built a whole new loop in the city now, and they've built stations directly under the unis and shit. We didn't have that before either. So it's about to like move into the future, but it's still pretty fucking far off of being where you guys are, or China.
Yeah. No, but I think is for us, like, again, back to the point, is this new project, bro. You know, Riyadh. Allah, you guys are you're gonna believe what I'm about to say. You know, Riyadh.
It's the city I would rather visit out of the two.
Well, out of Riyadh or Jeddah, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Are you a beach guy or a city guy?
I mean, our beach is on our city, bro.
No. The reason why I say this, because if you're like a summary type guy, beach guy, you would love Jeddah a lot, bro. Trust.
Yeah, and that's where they got the racetrack, which does look amazing.
Yeah. However,
but no, what I do like though, I like the way the city looks of Riyadh.
Oh, like yeah. By the way, I'll tell you something. Riyadh looks
the night, like it looks like a genuine nightlife type thing too, like just one of those cities that comes alive at night time. And I love that about, like, even Melbourne does that. Melbourne's nightlife comes alive at night, and I think it looks beautiful. I think some of the most iconic. I think some of the most iconic cities in the world, though, like, you know, how they look under lights at night is key. And from at least what I've seen on the pay-per-views, it looks awesome at night time. Looks like Las Vegas. It looks like Las Vegas at night time.
By the way, you know the bit that they show you, because I've seen on WWE television. You know the bit
and truthfully, the blue sky during like the day looks fucking mint too.
Oh like but I'm gonna be but do you know why? But do you know why our sky during the day looks like that though? Or do you know? But it's for a wrong reason.
Because you're in the desert, bro. It's just so open.
I was gonna say dust, exactly.
It's just so open. It's just so open, bro. Like, yeah, it's just so open. You're in, and you don't have the light.
I would rather your skies than mine.
You just don't have the light pollution like we do, though, bro. We've got the light pollution. You can't even see the.
And I've seen the.
You can't see.
I can't see clouds.
Yeah, but could you see the stars in the sky in America?
Stars.
I bet you couldn't.
True.
That's what I mean, bro. So, like, Australia has really bad light pollution. So, like, even where I am in the suburbs, right? In the suburbs, 30 minutes out of the city, if you look at the night sky, you can barely see the stars, bro. Whereas where you are, you would be able to see the fucking stars at night, bro. You know what I mean? But it's light pollution. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a proven thing. Like even you look at the more populated cities, Tokyo, LA, shit like that. You try to look up at the night sky, you can't see a fucking thing, bro.
WWE TV. So this is what they show you on WWE TV, right?
Yeah.
The Kingdom Tower. They show you stuff like this.
Yeah, that one I've definitely seen. I remember the drone shots of that. That looked mad.
Yeah, but you know why? Because this is our popular tower in Riyadh. It's called King's. Actually, we call it Burj Al Mamlaka, which means Kingdom Tower.
Virgin Mamlaka.
Mamlaka means kingdom.
Mamlaka means kingdom.
Mamlaka, yes. Yeah, Mamlaka is kingdom. So we call that Burj Al Mamlaka. I'm sure you've seen also they're doing the Muk'ab. I remember you brought it up to me once. And all that.
Yeah, one of the next. I think they're going for the tallest in the world. Or a couple of them.
Muk'ab and all the others. By the way, I want to show you something. Wallahi, when you see
this, what is it? It's the fucking the other Malaysia, or what is it? What is it? You know the name of it. It's the current biggest one. Wait,
sorry?
Two names. It's like the Burj Khalifa or fucking, is it?
Oh, Burj Khalifa.
Bahrain, UAE. Is that it? That's the tallest one at the moment, isn't it? It's like fucking 1,600 meters.
Burj Khalifa is the tallest.
That's it. That's the tallest,
yeah? At the moment? The one in Dubai.
In Dubai.
Burj Khalifa.
Okay.
The one in Dubai.
And they want to build one bigger than that, but it's some crazy fucking design, bro.
By the way, can I just say the West is fooling some Arabs, by the way. Do you want to know why? Because they call it Dubai, right? It's actually Dubai.
Dubai.
It's the way we pronounce Dubai. Yeah, but some people, but even in the Arab world, they get fooled because they hear Dubai.
I've had a few friends go. I loved it.
It's actually Dubai.
I've had a few friends go. I loved it. I remember.
By the way, let me show you something. Let me show you something on Riyadh. I've been to it a lot of times. It's By the way, there's penthouses in these areas. Yeah, like if I earn hella money,
bro, Melbourne's got a super famous penthouse. They call the guy that owns it the Lamborghini guy.
Why is it not showing, bro?
We've got a penthouse in Melbourne where the dude has like a 3-story high penthouse, and he's got his Lamborghinis inside the penthouse, bro. He got them lifted up by a crane into the penthouse.
Wait, look at this. By the way, this is the
financial district. That's
King Abdullah Financial. By the way,
hey, we're one of the only ones in the world that
that's a third sponsor, by the way.
We've got IMAX. We're one of the only ones in the world that have IMAX.
Yeah, but we have IMAX as well here. Hold that.
Yeah, of course you do. You fucking Saudi Arabia, you come. We had IMAX from the start, all right? From the start. It's been there for like 25 years, bro. But of course you do. You got everything done.
Man tried to throw shades at me, bro. I've watched movies on immersive.
We had IMAX longer than you've been alive, all right, mate? Shut up. I watched Furiosa in Mad Max. That was fucking amazing, bro.
I'm not going to IMAX and immersive or whatever the fuck it's called.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Top Gun Maverick in IMAX. I've seen it in cinemas, and I would have loved to have seen the F1 movie in IMAX. That would have been sick. But Mad Max was awesome.
I recommend IMAX. It's insane. Yeah.
It is 100%. Like depending, like what did you see there?
Bro, I watched so many movies on those. I don't remember.
Did you see the Dunes? I haven't seen the Dunes at IMAX, but I heard they were the best thing ever.
No, bro. I saw so many movies. It's ridiculous. Like I can't.
So IMAX is like your normal theater. You go to IMAX, just
bro. I either go standard or IMAX. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because even over here, bro, it's getting so fucking
By the way,
expensive.
you know that Kingdom
standard
Tower
tickets now are like $30-$35 for an adult, and then IMAX tickets are like $50-$60, bro.
By the way, you know that Kingdom Tower I showed you? There's a mall connected to it called Kingdom Mall, right? Yeah. You know, if you go to the cinemas there, you have to pay hella extra money. Why? Because they treat you like royalty.
We've got gold passes and shit. Gold pass is worth it.
Bro, you've
never. I know what you mean. Like, you'll give them a fucking order for food. They'll bring it out to you at whatever time you want to.
And you have your own privacy and all that stuff.
Yeah. You've got fucking electric chairs with heated chairs, and we've got that too. They've got. They started as a more elite thing over here, but they have now started, like they've started to make, like me and the missus went and seen one, bro. There was only 8 chairs in the whole thing. And it was like a full
But by
fucking
the way,
cinema.
a friend
And we
of
had
mine
like
told me he
couch
tried it,
chairs,
and I
bro.
would
Like,
imagine, hey, what he's saying is true. You know what I was told? Apparently, the whole experience of watching the film itself gets ruined by all this.
kind of taken away, yeah, because you got waiters and shit coming around. Yeah.
It's like,
it can be
I just
distracting.
pause
It
the
can be
film as
distracting.
it pull up, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. No, I took her to Gold Class for Beauty and the Beast, and she took me for something else, but we enjoyed it. It was definitely worth it. Deadpool. We've seen Deadpool 3 in Gold Class, and that was totally worth it. It was like total date movie, bro. It was like 3 other couples in there. The food I was drinking was really good. Definitely worth it. If you're a movie fan, it's worth experiencing IMAX or Gold Class. Absolutely. Anyways, bro, good chat. I'll let you go. I do enjoy fucking. I do enjoy. I love the architecture and shit. I love architecture. I love cities. I love the way they fucking look. You know what I mean? I love learning about.
If you ever come to Saudi, especially
I
Riyadh,
never will, bro. But
host you well,
100%. I'd love. There's heaps. Even when honestly, when my friends went to Dubai, and they're not even. They're from the area that I grew up in too. They're not like a super rich family. You know what I mean? When I seen the photos of them in Dubai, honestly, I thought they'd won the lottery or something, bro. Because like even just everything's coated in gold.
Yeah, but by the way, one advice I'd give you, and one advice I'd give to anybody, because I know a lot of people, they say, "Oh, our life's boring here. I want to go to Dubai." Trust me, once you go to Dubai, you realize, bro, it's not easy living in Dubai. Trust me, bro. Everything's
it's meant to be super expensive.
Even though there's no taxes, everything is.
But there's no work there either, because everything's just resorts and fucking hotels.
Living is expensive as well. Cost of living.
Yeah, no, I had heard that. Like I remember the friend that went. She said like because they had 7-Elevens and shit over there, and she said that the 7-Elevens over there were more expensive than they were in the city over here.
Why, if you make a decision to go there, be sure that you're gonna be hustling, bro.
Yeah, good on. Yeah, they went over as a family, bro. They went over as a family, and the dad paid for it all. But I remember thinking, fuck, they must have ran into some money, because like it was a whole family thing, like 4 kids, parents, and I just remember seeing the photos of the hotels, thinking, fucking Jesus Christ, bro, everything's gold, like gold and fucking floor to ceiling mirrors and shit, like. But I just remember thinking it was crazy because, like, we grew up in a ghetto suburb, and here they were in Dubai, bro. I thought good on them. But yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, brother, I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna have a 5-minute break and then jump over to play some Hogwarts. I'm really enjoying that.
Cool.
And I'm gonna finish up FIFA tomorrow. Like, finish it up. I'm gonna finish my Accrington season and uninstall the game.
Anyway.
Get ready for 26.
Listen, guys, we're gonna end it here. It was nice talking about wrestling and talking
structure. We need a structure. We need a structure. You need fucking 3 to 5 fucking topics that you're gonna cover in 2 hours with allocated fucking time to each one. And if I hear fucking one more time, here's the thing, 100 times in fucking 3 minutes.
Okay, that's not live though.
You tried today. You tried today. You did try. I'll give it to you today. You tried. You tried about 100 times. You tried to.
Bro, it's not even just that.
Like, you need a buzzer or something, bro. You need like a fucking. And he just gets like removed.
You as well contributed though.
I know, yeah, but I'm not being rude, cunt. I'm not being rude about it. You know what I mean? I'm not being rude about it. I'm not just going to shut a man down when he's trying to.
Jester, the way I say is you and Omar are just too passionate about what you want to talk. There's nobody being rude or anything. Like,
I was definitely trying to shut down the religion stuff today.
No, but that's fine.
I did feel like I was popping it from both of you at one point. I'm like,
we had then. We understand why. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's what makes it. That's genuinely too. Like, even he said straight away, like when we did stop, it's like that's what makes that. As you said, if we were sitting on outside in the sun away from the streams, that's the type of like not life-changing conversation, but the conversation that people from other parts of the fucking world and different cultures and societies should be able to have and not jump down each other's throats. Like that's what we're completely lacking in today. Like that's what, even when I was saying what I don't want to lose about this, the fact that we regardless of other shit, a unique mix of people that are all here for the one thing. You know what I mean? And we stay on that level. It's the passion. You know what I mean? I think we've got a good thing going here, bro. And I'm not going to try to go out of my way to disrespect anyone or fucking. Even Touchline, bro. Even that shit with Touchline, like I thought about that more afterwards, and I was harsh to him. And I know what kids are like too. Like, definitely, as soon as he fired back at me, like I wasn't going to take it and shit. But I thought about that more afterwards, and honestly thought I was rude to him. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? Like just because he knows little or less about wrestling or whatever. Like I was treating him like spaghetti almost, you know. Like, and I thought about that afterwards. I was like, I don't hate the kid. I've got no problem with the kid.
I will say though, Jester, sometimes people do need to be put in their place, bro. But let's say about that.
Oh, 100, bro. But I'm.
Oh no, but I'm not even talking about
people that go out of there. Like I'm not the one that's like, if you're in my channel, I'm going to say that to you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go into your channel and say to you what, you know what I mean? The people that are doing that's where I'm like, I can't understand these cunts. But anything you're doing on your own channel, you're all in your absolute right to. It's your channel, it's your platform, whatever. But if you're going out of your way on someone else's to try and tear that person down or tear other people down, like they're the ones that, it's just like we've got to.
Well, I've said
we've got to be able to hear, and this is over football, over wrestling, over gaming. You know what I mean? We've got to be able to have differing opinions and fucking get over it. Like. You know what I mean? And 100%, I know you and me can. Like 100%. And I know already, like even in just in private and in message, I know you can pretty much fucking say anything to me and get my honest answer straight away.
Bro, the thing
you know
is,
what I mean?
When
like,
I talk to you when you play games, like I can tell, bro.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Here's the thing. Like, even though we may believe in different things, I can tell, like, we both get, like, one another.
What we're into or what we're talking about. Yeah, we respect the fucking.
Like, we both understand.
You're playing the wrong formation. Yeah, fucking.
I think we embody what people should be doing these days, but they don't.
We're trying to. We're trying to.
Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, I know.
It's not just me and you. It's you with whoever.
I know. It's a greater picture. I know. That's what I'm referencing to. We're trying to.
Anyway,
believe me, mate. I am fucking in the middle of this shit, and I'm fucking swinging for the fences, bro. I'm trying
but listen, it is what it is. But guys,
I'm just trying to keep this going, bro. I'm just trying to keep it going, mate. I'm trying to keep everyone happy. I'm trying to keep it going, and I want to talk about things that we love talking about. So
100%.
That's me at the end of the day. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Knackers. I'll let you close it out so we can hear your fucking rad music again. Do your thing. Shut it down. Tell them what you want to say.
No, I was going to say, we're going to rate Gio from Juve Cornercast. He's doing Tutu Calcio at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Serie A football, bro. You know what I mean? And, on our way out, we're going to play a clip, of a fellow Serie A legend who used to play for AC Milan, who said the very following. And guess what? This saying suits WWE television in 2025. But before we do that, you guys know what to do on your way out. Subscribe, like, comment your way. Go check socials and Shelly Roll wherever you are. Now, what were you going to say, Jester?
Was it Abramovich? We need more clips, is what I was going to say. We need more clips, bro. I'm going to start sending you fucking. I'm going to start sending you random GIFs on Discord. And I'm just going to go get this clip. Like, what I'm like with the GIFs on Discord. I fucking know my wit. I'll start sending you fucking.
Oh, yeah. But this guy, a Serie A legend, saying this, and this describes WWE in a nutshell. 2025.
All right.
ZeerTalks, over there. Take care.
Tell you.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.